Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Chris Stewart, Brian Passing back with you in the lobby of Coleman Coliseum as we are starting another segment up from, again, the Stipe Lounge, as we call it. And we're so glad to have you with us wherever you may be tuning in across the Crimson Tide Sports Network or on the Varsity app as well. Brian Passing, this is our SEC Spotlight presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. Well, also, is this the biggest game not only in the league, but in the country? Yeah, apparently so.
Well, it's not only the biggest game of the day, it's the biggest game of the week in college basketball with so much on the line. Not a night that you can win it or lose it outright because you've got South Carolina hanging out with 4 losses, Alabama, Tennessee with 3 apiece, 2 games to play. But whoever wins this game is going to feel pretty good about at least having a share of the SEC regular season title. Everybody would love to win it outright, as Alabama has 2 out of the last 3 years. But when you're 12-3 coming down the home stretch and the top 2 teams are playing each other, it's a big game. And you could tell that from early this morning with Crimson Chaos, the line, guys and girls camping out, getting ready to be first at College Game Day, the student section, the line wrapped around Coleman Coliseum. And the electricity an hour and a half before the game is as good as it's been in here in a long time. And listen, I mean, the bar is high because Coleman Coliseum has been an electric atmosphere over the years. It's been a tough place to play. Alabama has been so good here at home in conference games especially. We hope that continues. But this is also a Tennessee team that all of a sudden is one of those teams that is getting some buzz about not just being a Final Four team, but a team that could compete for a national championship. And I think the only reason why Alabama is not necessarily in that conversation just yet is because what Tennessee has is they're not as explosive as Alabama on the offensive end. Nobody is in college basketball, but they are balanced, and they're really good defensively. That's what Rick Barnes' teams are known for. But offensively, they're a top 10, top 15 offense in college basketball, so they do it on both ends. Alabama does it on both ends at times, but not as consistently as the Volunteers. But Bama offensively is not just the number 1 offense in college basketball, not just the number 1 offense or best offense in school history, which I don't even think is debatable right now. The numbers that we're seeing from this Alabama team to date are historic. This is one of the best offenses we've seen in college basketball in the last 20 or 25 years. Now, it's going to be tested big time tonight against this Tennessee team. Rick Barnes, his team this year had his way against Alabama. Defensively, Alabama only scored in the low 70s in Knoxville, so it's going to take a much better effort on the offensive end. But listen, to beat a team like Tennessee that's top 5 nationally, they're going to have to do it on both ends of the floor. And Alabama's more than capable of that, especially here at home with this electric crowd and hopefully this crowd is able to do what they've done so many times this year, and that's really lift the home team to a huge victory, and this one would be huge here tonight.
Visit Tuscaloosa as your go-to resource for all things Tuscaloosa. Check out their events calendar at visittuscaloosa.com. Bama fans, be sure to catch Hey Coach, presented by Alpha Insurance, live from Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Tuscaloosa on Monday nights from 6 until 7 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. That's where you've dialed in right now as we continue our pregame coverage. The 13th-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide, the 4th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers, and it's right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Alabama fans, college basketball is back. So grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Crimson Tide fans or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
The tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Hey folks, Bob Baumhauer here. We're extremely proud that Baumhauer's Victory Grill has been serving Alabama for 43 legendary years. Our motto is legendary fun, legendary food, and we strive to make every dining experience a special one for all of our guests. Our menu features delicious, always fresh and scratch-made in-house recipes. And of course, our award-winning wings and sauces. And don't forget, our happy hour and halftime daily specials cannot be beat. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Game clock at 38. Jalen getting the snap, taking the knee, and the white flag has been waved from the Georgia sideline. And what do you say, folks? Let's get out of here. Bama, a winner over the Georgia Bulldogs, claiming the SEC title.
For a limited time, get your Chris Stewart Let's Get Out of Here t-shirt at Coleman Coliseum this basketball season, or order online at jnjapparel.net.
Hi, I'm Nick Pringle.
And I'm Loyal McQueen.
Winter is a time for excitement of Crimson Tide basketball, but it is also when viruses that cause respiratory diseases are more rapid into our community.
Vaccination is important for everyone, and especially for those who are at higher risk of developing complications, including older Americans and those with medical conditions.
Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. So don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/immunization today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox is the official party punch of the University of Alabama. Packing an ABV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is low sugar and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. There ain't no party like a Beatbox party. Roll Tide. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Welcome back to Coleman Coliseum. Glad to have you with us as we continue from here in the lobby of Coleman, our pregame coverage of Alabama and Tennessee. I'm Chris Stewart, and it's time now for the Alabama Power Scoreboard update, as Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama Power, Power 4, a better Alabama. Nobody better for us to give you a look at today's scores than Tom Stipe.
Thank you, Chris. A number of SEC finals so far on the day. We started things off in Columbia, where Carolina defeated Florida 82-76. Kentucky, a big win today at Rupp over Arkansas, 111-102. Vandy in Nashville loses to LSU 75-61. And Auburn gets a home win against Mississippi State 78-63. Early second half score in Athens. Georgia's trailing Texas A&M 42-37. Later we have Mizzou hosting Ole Miss.
Thank you so much, Tom. For every Crimson Tide basketball victory this season, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate a pair of tickets to Vet Tix for active service members and veterans for seats at this year's Bama home games. Let's hear it for Tito's and Roll Tide. When we come back, we'll check out Who's Healthy Now, presented by ATI Physical Therapy, and then have your quick game facts presented by Cole. Stay with us. Pregame coverage continues in Tuscaloosa right after this. It's Alabama and Tennessee on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy. We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up every day. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out, the pesky check engine light. Isn't there? A little change can go a long way when you escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and on the Casinoverse app.
Alabama men's basketball head coach with an important message from the American Cancer Society.
Coach Oats here reminding you to block out cancer. Many people wait until they have symptoms to visit a doctor, but by then you could be giving cancer an early lead. Cancer screening is safe, effective, and should be a regular part of your life. Make a breakaway and visit coaches.cancer.org to learn more and find a screening location near you.
Take Coach Oats' advice. Get screened for cancer now. It could save your life. A message from the American Cancer Society.
Founded in Haleyville in 1965, Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers has been family-owned and operated in Alabama for over 58 years. Like their famous signature dipping sauce, Guthrie's has been imitated but never duplicated. Using the family's original Southern fried chicken recipe, Guthrie's is still serving the best chicken fingers in the world, just like you like them, fresh, hot, and fast. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant, and now an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com.
You can trust your car to the place with the star. With tech running your engine, enjoy your hobbies near and far. Fill your car with all your friends and love the time you spend. So trust your car to the Texaco Star.
When you fill up with Texaco with TechRun, you get unbeatable mileage to help fuel what you love to do. Download the Texaco app to find a station near you.
Yellowhammer Brewing is proud to sponsor the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yellowhammer Brewing has been crafting fine beers for the state of Alabama for 12 years running. Their beers include a variety of classic styles, including their latest release, Yellowhammer Gold, a light, easy-drinking American lager. These guys are local and doing great things for their community. You can find their beers at grocery stores, restaurants, and craft beer shops throughout the state. Check them out at yellowhammerbrewing.com. Make your next pint of Yellowhammer and roll tide.
Chris Stewart, Brian Passing back with you in the lobby of Coleman Coliseum. We call it Stipe Lounge. The great set provided by Royal Furniture. Glad you're watching us on Facebook Live on our Crimson Tide Sports Network page, but also, of course, listening on great affiliates all throughout the nation and worldwide, thanks to the Varsity app. It's time for us to look at Who's Healthy Now, presented by ATI Physical Therapy, a proud partner of the Crimson Tide, built by Bama, rebuilt by ATI. Visit ATIPT.com/Bama for new ATI Physical Therapy office locations near you. Brian Passing, we wish that we could say Latrell Reitzel is healthy now. Doesn't appear he is back yet and available. The head injury that's had him out for the last 4 games appears to be preventing him from playing today, although a good sign. We did see him warming up, shooting, and going through some drills on his own, but not going through any of the team drills during pregame.
Yeah, it sounds like that'll be the case, and he will not be available once again, which really hurts this Alabama team. But the good thing is that this Alabama team has depth, and all of a sudden a little more depth than we did before Wednesday night, because Devin Cosby stepped up in a role where he was asked to play more minutes than he's been playing, which is only about 13 or 14, but he has not been in the rotation in SEC play. comes in, goes 5 for 10 from the three-point line, and was a difference maker in that game, which should give him some confidence in this one here tonight. And Nate Oats can go different ways with his lineups. Obviously, Latrell Wrightsell being out, the SEC's leading three-point percentage shooter, a guy that can defend, handle the ball. He's a good decision maker. Hurts not having him here tonight, but it looks like he's very close. And we were hoping that it would be tonight. It looks like it may be on Tuesday night in Gainesville. At least that's our hope. There's no official word, but just looking at him and hearing about how close he is, I know they want to err on the side of caution, and that's understandable with a head injury. And it's also understandable because even though it's March and this is a huge game, there is a lot of basketball to be played for this Alabama team going down into the home stretch of the regular season, into Nashville for the SEC tournament, and hopefully a long run in the NCAA tournament. And Latrell Wrightsell will be a big part of that, and look forward to him coming back very soon, hopefully. And he will help this team a lot. He was playing his best basketball. It's a shame that he went out with that head injury when he did, but he will be back, and can't wait for that to be the fact.
Time for us to take a look at our quick game facts presented by Kohl's. And remember, Tide fans, it's a new season at Kohl's. With everyday styles at great prices, you can get more of what you want for less. Find go-tos for going everywhere and perfect picks for your home. Shop Kohl's and Kohls.com today. Our quick game facts for the matchup between the 13th ranked Tide, the 4th ranked Volunteers, who are 22-6 on the year, 12-3 in league play. Just like the Tide, they're led by Dalton Connect at almost 21 points per game. Jonas Adu at 7.6 boards leads them. And the top distributor is Zakai Ziegler at 5.9 assists per game. For Rick Barnes, who's 197-98 in 9 seasons in Knoxville, 801, 412 in 37 fantastic years as a collegiate head coach. The former Alabama assistant sending his squad against the Crimson Tide of Alabama's head coach Nate Oats, a record of 208-93 total in a 9-year career, 112-50 in 5 seasons at the University of Alabama. Mark Sears is his top scorer at 20.6 points. Grant Nelson leads in rebounding at 5.6, and Aaron Estrada at 4.5 assists per game leads there for a team that's 20-8 overall, and like the Volunteers, 12-3, tied atop the Southeastern Conference standings. When we come back to Tuscaloosa, Roger Hoover has your Bama Hardwood profile and also an athletics update on the University of Alabama. And then it'll be my conversation with head coach Nate Oats. It's coming your way in just a moment here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, son, how are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This Bama Hardwood Profile is presented by Everwood Treatment Company, the official treated lumber of Alabama Athletics. Everwood, wood treated right. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. On Thursday night, defense helped seal a win for the Crimson Tide women's basketball team against the Florida Gators.
Broughton to Rimdahl, 9 seconds left. Rimdahl cuts inside, free throw line, back top of the key. Broughton with a three-pointer, partially blocked by Weathers, back to Rimdahl. Her step back three is up, short. Rebound Barker, buzzer sounds, ball game over. Alabama's a winner. On senior night in Tuscaloosa, it's the Alabama Crimson Tide defeating the Florida Gators. Final score, 76 for Alabama, 73 for Florida.
Next up for Alabama is a Sunday game at Texas A&M to wrap up the regular season. Tip-off from Bryan College Station is set for 2 p.m. with full radio coverage available across the network. This UA Athletics update has been presented by Homewood Suites by Hilton. Make yourself at home with the new Homewood Suites in downtown Tuscaloosa. Stay in comfort and enjoy the great options of the on-site 205 bar and restaurant. Homewood Suites Tuscaloosa, proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. Bama fans, no one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis. From the regular season straight through the postseason, we've got your team covered anywhere you go. SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2023. When we come back, we'll hear Chris Stewart's pregame conversation with Alabama head coach Nate Oats. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Nick Pringle.
And I'm Loyal McQueen.
Winter is a time for excitement of Crimson Tide basketball, but it is also when viruses that cause respiratory diseases are more rapid into our community.
Vaccination is important for everyone, and especially for those who are at higher risk of developing complications, including older Americans and those with medical conditions.
Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. So don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/immunization today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
When you're planning your next visit to Tuscaloosa, explore the upscale options available at the new AC Hotel by Marriott. Conveniently located in the heart of downtown Tuscaloosa, surrounding yourself in luxury and comfort in a spacious room with complimentary Wi-Fi, a smart TV, premium toiletries, and a plush bed, while the rooftop bar and lounge provides the best place in town to wind down after cheering the Crimson Tide to victory. AC Hotel Tuscaloosa Downtown is proud to be a preferred hotel partner of the University of Alabama Athletics.
Yellowhammer Brewing is proud to sponsor the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yellowhammer Brewing has been crafting fine beers for the state of Alabama for 12 years running. Their beers include a variety of classic styles, including their latest release, Yellowhammer Gold, a light, easy-drinking American lager. These guys are local and doing great things for their community. You can find their beers at grocery stores, restaurants, and craft beer shops throughout the state. Check them out at yellowhammerbrewing.com. Make your next pint of Yellowhammer and roll Tide.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, we got it covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Dig into our mouth-watering menu like Po' Boys, Gumbo, and Voodoo Shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location or order online or on the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
At Alabama Roofing Professionals, our first priority is you, the customer, and ensuring that you are a happily satisfied customer with a roof that you love. We are professionals in the roofing business and will treat your home like it's our own. For a free quote, visit us online at alroofpros.com. Official roofing partner of the Crimson Tide, Alabama Roofing Professionals. Our name says it all.
You can trust your car to the place with the star. With tech running your engine, enjoy your hobbies near and far. Fill your car with all your friends and love the time you spend. So trust your car to the Texaco Star.
When you fill up with Texaco with TechRun, you get unbeatable mileage to help fuel what you love to do. Download the Texaco app to find a station near you.
Chris Stewart back with you at Coleman Coliseum. Time for our Bromberg's pregame interview with the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Coach Nate Oats. There's a ton to talk about the game specifically, and we'll get into that. But if I could go back just a few hours, Coach, with you to talk about Coleman Coliseum this morning and how special it was to have college game day here, to have the students and others turn out the way they did, to truly have a celebration of what Alabama basketball is today, but has been over the last 4 years since you came here and started this towards a championship course.
Yeah, I mean, it was super cool. We went to pass out donuts like 8:30 in the morning, and that line was out that student door, down past the track, almost out to Hackberry. It was cool, and they packed the place out for game day, so kind of made me think how proud Fluff would have been. I mean, he's back begging kids to come out to try to fill the student section when he was the president of Crimson Chaos, and pretty cool to see how far it's come since then.
It's amazing. I agree with you, Coach. There is, however, a game at hand. How did you manage that with the players of enjoying what was this morning and everything surrounding the excitement of game day being here, but not forgetting the task at hand, which is the game tonight?
Yeah, we did our walkthrough before game day in the practice gym. We usually do it in the morning, right? We have them come in and do breakfast. So we kept it the same. The only difference was we didn't do it in the main gym. Then when I brought them back in, they were all able to go watch game day. They, part of it, some stayed through the end, some left early. But then when I brought them back for pregame meal, we do a quick video before then. We said everything's the same from now moving forward. Like, all the distractions have gone. We've got a task at hand, and we got to get ourselves ready to go. So it's business as usual, and we've got to play a lot better than we did the last time against these guys, because we didn't play very well at their place.
You played very well the last 25 minutes, though, in your last ball game against Ole Miss. What do you take from that, combined with what you saw and would like to throw away from the first matchup with Tennessee?
Yeah, I mean, scored 80 points in the last 25 minutes. If we could take those 80 and put them in the first 25 tonight. But Tennessee's a different animal. They're a good defensive team. We took care of the ball at Ole Miss that had 7 turnovers for the game versus 22 for the game at Tennessee. That was the big issue. Our defense wasn't nearly good enough, but you don't give your defense much of a chance when you're turning the ball over as much as we did at Tennessee. So taking care of the ball is priority number one. Defensively, we got to do a better job. We got to keep it out of the lane. And Connect's been on a tear. He was obviously really good when we played him, but he's been ridiculously good here lately. So we got to make sure we've got a game plan in for him and execute it properly. And then Adu's been a little bit of the X factor. We looked, and their 3 SEC losses, he's got 6, 6, and 9 points. So when teams have been able to hold him down, that's when they've lost. So, we've got to do a better job on the interior with Adu, and then we gave up 19 blow-bys first time too. I mean, we had a multitude of issues: the rebounding, the blow-bys, the turnovers. So we got to play a lot better.
I don't think either one of us anticipated, Coach, at any point this season that when I would get into an interview with you and I start talking about players that it would begin with Davin Cosby. But I think I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about him first and how a young man like that has an opportunity to build off of what he did in his last outing, which was tremendous and helped you win that game in a big way.
No, he really did. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about just how his attitude's been so great. He's, kept being a great teammate, kept working hard. And the chance came. Who knew the chance was going to come at the end of February? But chance came, and he took advantage of it. And now we're going to need him again as Reitzel's out again with his head injury. So Davin's going to have to step up, play some minutes for us, be great on defense, be locked in the scouting report, and play with some confidence like he did at Ole Miss.
With the victory, you don't win a league title, but it certainly takes a major step in that direction. How do you address that with your team, if at all?
Yeah, I told our team this is basically a league championship. We'd really have to mess up the last week not to win it. I saw, after I told the team that, I saw on game day that we'd have a 99% chance of winning at least a share of the league title if we win tonight. So kind of like I said, we'd really have to mess things up the last week not to win at least a share of the league title if we win. So we're treating this like the SEC championship. The two of us are tied. There will be one in first place all alone after tonight, and we need to make sure it's us.
Thank you for the time, and best of luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Chris. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Coach Nate Oats with us on our Bromberg's pregame interview. You know, great things are possible when you have the power, performance, and smart features of a Ford F-150, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Greatness starts at your local Ford dealer. We're back after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas.
Congratulations on getting your diploma.
You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking. Now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
This is Tom Stipe with the Alabama Power Scoreboard Update. Alabama Power for a better Alabama, and proud to support the Crimson Tide. Bama getting set to take on the Tennessee Volunteers here at Coleman. Finals on the day. South Carolina over Florida at home, 82-76. Kentucky defeats Arkansas at Rupp 111-102. Vandy in Nashville loses to LSU 75-61. And Auburn defeats Mississippi State at home 78-63. in progress. About 6 minutes to play in Athens. Georgia still trailing Texas A&M 60-56. Later we have Mizzou hosting Ole Miss. Brian and Chris, more on Bama and Tennessee coming up next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Things we take for granted, ordinary opportunities for parents and their children, can be a foster child's extraordinary. You have the power to do something positive that will change the life of a young person right here in Alabama. Open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. For more information, visit www.dhr.alabama.gov or call 1-866-64-AL-KIDS. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Hi, I'm Jay Howard, an employee at BASF in Alabama. As a supervisor, I love working with a company who wins by offering great benefits to its team members. With great chemistry, anything is possible. At BASF, we create chemistry around the world through our people and our products. To join a winning team and a great place to work, visit BASF.US/Alabama. That's BASF.US/Alabama. BASF, we create chemistry.
We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up every day. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out, the pesky check engine light. Like a winner. A little change can go a long way when you escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and on the Casinoverse app.
Hi, I'm Nick Pringle.
And I'm Loyal McQueen.
Winter is a time for excitement of Crimson Tide basketball, but it is also when viruses that cause respiratory diseases are more rapid into our community.
Vaccination is important for everyone, and especially for those who are at higher risk of developing complications, including older Americans and those with medical conditions.
Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. So don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/immunization today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Alabama. Greatness starts here. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Founded in Haleyville, Alabama in 1965 by Hal and Melissa Guthrie, Guthrie's was America's first chicken finger restaurant. Guthrie still uses the family's original Southern fried chicken recipe in every chicken finger they serve, fresh, hot, and fast. Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers has been Alabama owned and operated for over 58 years and is still going strong. Come see us soon. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and now an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com.
Chris Stewart, Brian Passing, Tom Stipe, Bobby Blackburn, our studio engineer. Glad to have you with us as we take a look at the little things the Tide needs to do on offense in this one to be successful. Those little things presented by Chick-fil-A. Game day at home with Chick-fil-A. Just order ahead through the Chick-fil-A app and score before the game even starts. Eat more chicken and roll Tide. Brian Passing, what are the little things that will determine a winner in first place in the SEC standings in this one today?
Well, offensively, it would be nice for Alabama to knock down a few more threes than they did in the first matchup in Knoxville. Alabama just went 4 for 21 from the three-point line, 19%. This is an Alabama team that averages 12 made threes in SEC play, struggled from deep against the Volunteers in the first matchup. And also, you got to take care of the ball. 21 turnovers in Knoxville led to 23 points off those turnovers for the Volunteers. And when Alabama has played well, they've typically taken care of the ball and gotten good looks. But in some losses that did not go the way of the Tide, it was at Auburn, at Knoxville, at Lexington. What hurt Alabama on the offensive end wasn't necessarily shooting, although shooting was not what it needed to be in Knoxville. It was turning the ball over, leading to open floor and easy opportunities for the opponent. This is a really good defensive team in Tennessee. They defend the three, but they also lead the SEC in steals in conference games. Alabama's got to be strong with the ball.
Late in the first half, Royal Furniture will present our salute to service. Royal Furniture, as you may know, is family-owned and operated and has been for 75 years. They've got locations in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Memphis, and Jackson, Tennessee for your shopping convenience, but there's nothing more convenient than shopping online with them at royalfurniture.com. When we come back, we'll look at the defensive keys to victory presented by Ford and our starting lineups presented by Walk-On Sports Bistro. We're 20 minutes away from tip-off. Alabama and Tennessee here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
1225 is your ultimate game day destination. Catch the game on one of their 35 big-screen high-def TVs, combined with an extensive menu of mouth-watering food and refreshing drinks. Juicy burgers, crispy wings, craft beers, signature cocktails. 1225, where the energy is high, the screens are massive, and the excitement is contagious. Visit 1225 on the Strip in Tuscaloosa, less than 2 blocks from Bryant-Denny Stadium. 1225 Sports Bar, where sports, food, and fun collide.
Hey, Bama fans. Tuscaloosa Drug Company is a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. We've been serving our community and the University Athletic Department for over a decade. There are 3 locations in the Tuscaloosa and Northport area to serve you. We understand the importance of prompt and efficient service. That's why we strive to provide service that you can rely on, where we know you by name. The next time you have a medication need, call who the Tide calls, Tuscaloosa Drug.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because feeling full can sound like this.
How did the interview go? I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
And like this.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container, because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
A little more than 15 minutes away from tip. Alabama, the 13th ranked team in America, and the 4th ranked Tennessee Volunteers. 2 squads tied for first in the SEC standings. The winner, the inside track with what will be after tonight. Just 2 games remaining in Southeastern Conference play. The keys to victory on the defensive end are presented by Ford, and great things happen when you have a Ford F-150 truck. With impressive power and smart features, it's always a win with the F-150, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Brian Pasek played at the University of Alabama. He's been my broadcast partner for more than 20 years here in Tuscaloosa as well. BP, what are the keys to Alabama evening the season series with the Volunteers on that defensive end?
Well, the obvious answer is slow down Dalton Connect, and sometimes the obvious answer is the right answer, and that is what Alabama is going to need to do. Slow down one of the hottest players in college basketball in recent memory. What he's done the last few weeks, last several weeks really, has been amazing. He's averaging 26 points a game in league games, coming off a 39-point performance against the Auburn Tigers on Wednesday night, and he is playing at such a high level, and he can score really any way he wants. He can shoot the three, takes it inside, can finish at the rim, gets to the free throw line, has a nice mid-range game. Right now he's looking like not just a lottery pick, but possibly a number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And what makes Tennessee so good is you've got a guy like Santiago Vescovi, who was a preseason first-team All-SEC member. You know, he can play. Zach Ziegler was a first-team preseason All-SEC player. Jonas Adu, as Coach talked about, maybe the X factor, one of the most improved players in college basketball, averages close to 13 points and 8 rebounds. So good on the inside. He was dominant around the glass. He does a great job of offensive rebounding as well. Tennessee efficient on the offensive end, and when they miss, they do a good job of going and getting it. And Jonas Adu, one of the best in the SEC at doing that.
Alabama and Tennessee, the starting lineups presented by Walk-On Sports Bistro. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Dig into their mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp. Plus, fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win. The starters have not yet been posted. We will share those once they come along. Right now, we step aside, wrapping up our Ford pregame show. Next up, the tip-off of the college basketball game of the week and the game of the year in the Southeastern Conference. The top 2 teams in the league, the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Tennessee Volunteers, here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
This has been the Ford pregame show. Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide basketball is also brought to you by Texaco. Proven unbeatable mileage. Texaco with Techron. Driving performance. BASF. We create chemistry. Auto Owners Insurance. Visit RollTide.com/auto owners to partner with an independent Alabama agent. And by Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant, and now a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Get ready. Alabama Crimson Tide basketball is next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
At Red Diamond, we know that there's simply nothing better than the perfect sip of fresh brewed iced tea. And we've been working hard to make sure choosing Red Diamond is always easy, with only simple ingredients: water, tea leaves, and pure cane sugar, or no sugar. We make sure our tea tastes like, well, tea. Stop by your local cooler and pick up a gallon for a perfect sip today. Red Diamond. Perfect's not easy.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for $329 a month for 39 months. Offer valid through March 4th, 2024. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $36.28 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
On your next trip to Tuscaloosa, check out the Residence Inn Tuscaloosa. Located along the banks of the Black Warrior River, our all-suite hotel is just a short drive from the University of Alabama in downtown Tuscaloosa. Our accommodations are ideal for any traveler, whether you're staying overnight or for an extended stay. Our hotel is devoted to giving Tide fans an amazing experience from start to finish, including a free football game day shuttle for guests. At Residence Inn Tuscaloosa, it's not just a room, it's a residence, and we're proud to be a preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox is the official party punch of the University of Alabama. Packing an ABV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is low sugar and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. There ain't no party like a Beatbox party. Roll Tide. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Here we go. It's time for Alabama Crimson Tide basketball on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Baseline at 6. Stop. Fall away shot from bottom. The stop, the layup, count it, and he is fouled. 3 seconds. 2 at 1. For the win. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Crimson Tide basketball is brought to you by Conecuh Sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Barkley GMC, Tuscaloosa's leader. Barkley makes it easy. Chick-fil-A, it's the little things that matter at Chick-fil-A. Texaco, proven unbeatable mileage. Texaco with Techron, driving performance. And by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Now, turn it up. It's game time.
Welcome back to Coleman Coliseum, the site of the game of the night, the week, and the year in the Southeastern Conference, but one that's garnered national attention as well, as the 4th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers come into Coleman Coliseum to face the 13th-ranked and reigning SEC champion Alabama Crimson Tide. First place on the line in the inside track to the league title as well, with Brian Passing, Tom Stipe, and also our studio engineer for tonight's ball game, our friend Billy Blackburn. I'm Chris Stewart. Bobby Blackburn. I'm sorry, Bobby. I was so close. I'm so close, Bobby. My apologies. We're glad you're with us. Roger Hoover leaves, and I'm completely thrown off my game, but we're glad you're here. We're glad you're with us, and we're glad that this game has the magnitude that it does, BP, in a contest like this.
This is what you hope for in March. Alabama in position to possibly win its 3rd SEC regular season title in 4 years right now. The bracketologists have Alabama as a 3 seed. I think a chance to work their way up to the 2 line, and depending how things go, right in that 2, 3, 4 range is where I think the Crimson Tide will be, which is amazing considering how much this team lost, this program lost in the offseason. You don't just lose Brandon Miller, one of the best to ever put on the Crimson and White, the number 2 overall pick in the NBA draft. You lose Noah Clowney to the first round. You lose some guys that have transferred out. Charles Bediako decides to go pro. You've got some guys leave and transfer out last minute that you don't expect. But the great thing about where Alabama basketball is right now is this is a destination nationally where guys want to play, whether it's high school recruits, another top 10 recruiting class, but maybe more importantly, or as importantly, is what Nate Oats was able to do in the transfer portal, going and getting Grant Nelson, Aaron Estrada, Latrell Reitzel to go along with the talented freshman class. But to do that basically solo, at least for a number of months before he hired his staff, 3 assistant coaches all got Division I head coaching jobs which we still don't know if that's ever happened in the history of college basketball, to lose your entire staff to head coaching jobs, but just shows you what Nate Oats has been able to do to this with this program, and to be here once again with a chance to win a championship is amazing, and you can see the appreciation of this Alabama fan base. Another sellout here at Coleman Coliseum. This has been one of the toughest places to play, not only in the SEC, but the country. Hopefully that continues tonight against a Tennessee team that is as talented as anybody. They're playing extremely well, and they've been really good on the road. So it's going to be a tough test, but it's an electric atmosphere, and this is the game, not just of the day, but of the week in college basketball, and I'm excited to watch this one.
Brian, not only a sellout, but almost every seat full. And again, we are still 5 minutes or so away from tip-off. And again, there are a couple of vacant ones, but we know those are going to be filled up by the time we get it tipped off. People standing around the concourse area. Capacity listed at 13,474. Every ticket sold. Seats occupied. Crowd at a fever pitch ready for this matchup between the two best to date in the Southeastern Conference.
Well, it's one of the best environments that they've ever had in recent years, a college game day here at Coleman Coliseum. Earlier today, it was shown on ABC in Crimson Chaos, and students and fans came out and showed the nation how big a deal it is that Alabama basketball is on the national stage, and it has been electric in here early. The students have been lined up. They've been in the building for almost 2 hours before the game, and well, you can feel it. The fans are excited, students are excited, and as this Alabama team is getting ready to make their way out of the locker room, it's not that they're not excited. You got to kind of settle them down a little bit. I think, there are games over the course of a season where you got to get guys excited to play. This one might be where you kind of got to settle them down and play within yourself, because everybody involved is excited about this one.
Everybody's excited. They should be. You've played at the University of Alabama. You came to Alabama because of the legacy that this program has. It's special what we've seen rebuilt by Nate Oats, taking Alabama from respectable to the most respected in the last 4 years. 2 SEC titles in the regular season, 2 in the tournament, and now with an opportunity to win a 3rd SEC title in the last 4 seasons.
I look back to some of the most anticipated games in Coleman Coliseum history, and you go back to the 89 North Carolina game when Dee Smith and Wimp Sanderson went head-to-head. Alabama here at the Plaid Palace got the win in the early 90s. 93, Arkansas came in as number 1. Bama was able to beat the Razorbacks in that one. The 2002 game that was for the championship, Alabama, Florida, second to last regular season game of the year, and who can forget the Antoine Petway layup that won the SEC title for Alabama. And there have been some big ones since, but this one is big as any, so much on the line. And I think the difference is you look back in some of those great teams and great games, Alabama was known for what they've done regionally and got some respect nationally, but all of a sudden this Alabama team and program is starting to have the look of more of a national program, and what Nate Oats has done the last few years.
The two teams have taken their respective sides, and we will do as everyone else has done here and rise for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched
Pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
Visitors from Knoxville, Tennessee, the Volunteers of the University of Tennessee. At forward, a 6'11 junior from Durham, North Carolina, number 0, Jonas Adu. At guard, a 6'6 fifth year from Thornton, Colorado, number 3, Dalton Connect. At guard, a 5'9 junior from Long Island, New York, number 5, Zakai Ziegler. At guard, a 6'3 fifth year from Montevideo, Uruguay, number 25, Santiago Vescovi. And at guard, a 6'7 fifth year from Charleston, South Carolina, number 30, Josiah Jordan James. Tennessee's assistant coaches are Rod Clark and Greg Polinsky. The associate head coach is Justin Gainey. And the Volunteers head coach is Rick Barnes.
Brian Passing, an electric atmosphere, something we've been able to enjoy the last few years, but something we do not take for granted, especially for those of us that have been around it for more than 20 plus.
Yeah, we've had some ups and downs, but listen, this is a historic, prideful program that has won just second to Kentucky in number of SEC wins. We need one more SEC win here tonight. This is a huge game, obviously, for Alabama. It's been an incredible day here at Coleman Coliseum and in Tuscaloosa, but there's that one detail that we have not accomplished just yet, and that is actually winning the game. Kind of wish Tennessee wasn't as good as they are. This could be the perfect day. Tennessee, so good. Top 5 in America.
Stand and deliver a rolling tide for Alabama's starting 5. At forward, a 6'11 senior from Devils Lake, North Dakota, number 2, Grant Nelson. At forward, a 6'11 freshman from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, number 15, Jaron Stevenson. At guard, a 6'6 sophomore from Dallas, Texas, number 3, Rylan Griffin. At guard, a 6'3 graduate from Woodbury, New Jersey, number 55, Aaron Estrada. And at guard, a 6'1 senior from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, number 1, Mark Sears. The assistant coaches are Austin Klein, Ryan Pannone, and Preston Murphy. And Alabama's head coach is Nate Oats. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alabama basketball.
The Alabama men's basketball social media accounts sent out last night not the menu for today, but the uniform selection for today. Garrett Walker, the equipment manager for many sports, but including men's basketball, was shown laying out the jerseys and the shorts. Brian Passing, we saw these about a week and a half ago. The retro look with the shorts, the old school A, but the new look with Crimson Tide across the chest. Bama played great in it. Bama also likes them a lot. The players do, and it's exciting for them to pick those, and here they are taking on the Volunteers in what we hope is a performance that's equally as special.
Yeah, the uniforms worked the first time. Alabama 1-0 in these, but this Tennessee team much better than the Texas A&M Aggies. It's going to take a great performance on both ends of the floor, and listen, this game will go a long way to determine who wins the SEC regular season championship, but also will go a long way in who is SEC Player of the Year. Mark Sears, Dalton Connect, the two front runners. Dalton Connect, in the eyes of many, may be a slight favorite right now over Mark Sears, but that'll be two players, obviously, to watch. Two of the best, not just in the SEC, but in college basketball. But the matchup to watch may be Dalton Connect and Rylan Griffin. Rylan should get the start on Dalton Connect. He's got to do a good job of defending without fouling. Rylan was in foul trouble, fouled out against Ole Miss Wednesday night.
Bama, the home white. Tennessee. Ugh. Pat Adams, our lead official. KB Burdett, Will Howard joining him. He strides to center court. Pat does. Puts it in the air, and the tap is controlled in the backcourt by Tennessee. Volunteers get it to Vescovy. It's actually their front court after they were able to get the loose basketball. Ziegler with it now, the near wing. To the top of the arc, James. Back near side, Ziegler against the Bama man-to-man. Shot clock under 15 as Ziegler takes it back to the top of the arc. Lets it fly from three. It's short. Rebound picked up by Estrada. Aaron into the front court. Takes it far wing. Drives, dishes, corner. Sears, three. Blocked. Scramble for the loose ball. Picked up by the Volunteers. James ahead to Vescovy. Vescovy stopping on the left wing. His three attempt is up and no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Such last by the Volunteers.
That was a heck of a defensive play by Zakai Ziegler. Mark Sears thought he was open. I did too. Ziegler, the smallest player on the floor, ends up getting the block shot. He leads the SEC in steals and not known as a shot blocker at under 6 feet tall, but was able to get the deflection.
Great job by the officials remembering, hey, we got to give a jump ball next possession to somebody, and the arrow will favor Alabama on the next dead ball, the next tie-up.
I don't think it will.
You're right. I'm sorry, Brian. They did point the other way. Three plays missed, but the rebound kicked out to Sears. His three, nothing but the bottom of the sack. The first three of the night gives Bama the 3-0 advantage.
A great job by Grant Nelson to tip it out to Sears, who was wide open.
Inside pass to Connect, who spins and lays it up. Vescovy with a perfect feed, perfect timing, and Bama comes the other way. A 3-2 Crimson Tide advantage. Here is Griffin with it, working against the defender, gives it off to Sears. Three missed far side. Rebound claimed by James. Gives it ahead to Ziegler, working to the elbow. Now backs it out to the top of the arc. Ziegler looking low, nothing there. Ziegler fires a pass near side Vescovy. Driving, dishing, back out to Ziegler. Into the corner, they'll go to James. Drives to the elbow, knocked away by Griffin, but right back into Ziegler's hands. Adu throws up a shot as he's falling, and it goes in off the glass. That was just meant to be for Tennessee with everything that could and should have gone to Alabama there. 4-3, Vols with the lead. We're 2 minutes into this one in Tuscaloosa.
That was a great defensive possession by Alabama, but a couple of unfortunate breaks.
Here's Sears flipping it to Griffin. Rylan playing to the top of the arc. Reverses back to Stevenson, but the pass was a bad one. It was behind him, and the turnover will give possession back to the Volunteers.
Turnovers really hurt Alabama in the first matchup in Knoxville. And you don't like turnovers, but that one at least not a live ball turnover. 22 turnovers led to 23 points for the Volunteers.
Rylan Griffin frustrated as he exits. Sam Walters comes in to replace him. Here's Ziegler near side, looking to the top of the arc, and Adu. Adu will hand it off to Vescovy. Vescovy looking to his left, feeds it off to Connect. Connect, hounded, will throw it to the right side. Vescovy will drive to the rim, throws a pass into the corner. James' three is good. Great ball movement by the Vols, and they have taken a 7-3 advantage. Bama down 4 early. We got 17:20 to go in the opening half. Here's Sears driving right side. Bounce pass goes to Nelson. Nelson bounce pass, beautiful feed. Estrada the lay in for 2.
Just an old school give and go to an old school type player in Aaron Estrada. Beautiful pass by Grant Nelson, and the finish by Estrada.
Ziegler on the drive. We got a moving screen on Adu. Great job, Jaron Stevenson holding his ground, fighting through there, and possession will belong to the Crimson Tide. It's a 7-5 Tennessee advantage with 17:01 to go in the first half.
If you're active defensively, fight over screens. Sometimes it'll force the screener to move a little bit. Tennessee, a really good screening team. And Adu has gotten in foul trouble a little bit and picks up his first here early.
Bama struggled getting that one in and maintaining possession, but they do, and here comes Sears now front court working against Ziegler. A bounce pass left side to Estrada. Estrada on the drive, throws a pass, it's deflected, but into the hands of Sears. Sears driving, dishing, nice catch by Stevenson. Layup, no. Rebound fought for, out of bounds, touched last, they say, by the Crimson Tide.
And that's what Jonas Adu brings on the defensive end. 6'11" shot blocker. Stevenson took it strong, but ball gets blocked, out of bounds, and off Bama.
Here come the Volunteers into the front court. 16:33 to go, opening half. They lead Bama by a bucket. Top of the arc, Vescovy. Vescovy looking to his left, feeds it off to Ziegler. He'll drive, he'll stop, he'll drive again. He gets under the basket, throws the feet inside. Left-handed jump hook is missed, and the rebound controlled by Bama. Here comes Sears front court after the Nelson rebound. Sears driving to the baseline right side, cut off by Vescovy. Keeps the dribble going, had it stripped and stolen. Tennessee with a takeaway. Vescovy got the hand on it. Now to connect, driving down the lane, and he fires it home. Tomahawk slam from Dalton Connect gives Tennessee a 9-5 advantage.
Vescovy and Ziegler, two of the best in the SEC at picking your pocket. Mark Sears not able to control it, leads to an easy run out for the Volunteers.
Stevenson hands it off to Walters. Sam reverses back to Estrada. Steps into a three short. Rebound controlled by the Volunteers. Here comes Ziegler front court for the Vols. Ziegler to James, around near side to Connect. A deep three with a hand in his face, missed it. Rebound is tipped, controlled by Sears. Bama down 4, brings it ahead with 15:30 to go first half. Nelson on the left wing, flips it to Sears. Mark will drive, gets to the rim, lays it up short, and the foul's going to be whistled on Jonas Adu, and that'll be his second. Timeout on the floor, 15:23 to go first half. Tennessee 9, Bama 5, but they're big in the middle. Just picked up his second here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Here at Payless Drugs, we continue to be just what the doctor ordered. We know getting the medicine you need is especially important during these unique times. And for your safety and convenience, we offer a drive-through at every location. Plus, we have prescription delivery and contactless pickup at all locations. Now's the time to take care of your immunization needs. Stop by any of our convenient locations today.
Just what the doctor ordered. Payless Drugs.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like signs, banners, digital displays, vehicle graphics, mobile marketing, and so much more. Give Fast Signs your business challenge and they'll come up with a plan to grow your business, reach more customers, and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Fast Signs, make your statement. Visit Fast Signs at their new location just past Tuscaloosa Ford on the left. Locally owned and operated by Milton and Gina Chancellor.
Tonight's game between Alabama and Tennessee is presented by PNC Bank. See how we can make a difference for you at PNC.com. 9-5, Tennessee early, 15:23 to go in the first half. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Brian Pasick. We are courtside. Keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. Download it now for free at the App Store and Google Play. BP, you said it earlier, the energy's in the building, the people are in the building. There is that little thing about go out and win the ball game now, and that's going to be a tough task.
Yeah, and Tennessee's really good, and right now Alabama turning the ball over too much and not shooting it well. 2 for 7, getting good looks, missed some open looks from the three-point line, but 3 turnovers already have led to 5 points off those turnovers, and that was a big difference in the game in Knoxville earlier this year, and it's been a big difference in the losses for Alabama. Turning the ball over and those leading to open floor opportunities for the opponent hurt Alabama in Knoxville, Auburn, and Lexington, and so far not a great start in that area for Alabama. And for Tennessee, you know where they want to go. Dalton Connect, he's got 4 early points, and 2 of those on a run-out dunk after a turnover by Mark Sears, and that hurt Alabama early in that game. Was a big reason why that game got out of hand in Knoxville, and hopefully Alabama can ride the momentum of this home crowd. It's another great crowd here at Coleman Coliseum, a sellout. Alabama's come out with a ton of energy, as we would expect, but making some mistakes on the offensive end And that's something that a lot of teams tend to do against Tennessee. They're so good defensively with their field goal percentage defense. So they're solid, but they also are sneaky on the perimeter, get a lot of deflections and steals, number one in the SEC in steals in conference games. And so far, they've been really good on the defensive end.
Congratulations, Alabama baseball. First-year head coach Rob Vaughn has never lost a game as the head coach. Arizona tried to steal home with 2 out in the bottom of the ninth, but Alabama was able to throw them out at the plate. The Tide wins it by a final of 7-6 over the Wildcats. The Tide 2-0 in the Frisco Classic taking place in Texas. So congratulations again, Bama baseball with the victory today in Texas. They'll go for the sweep in that tournament tomorrow. Mark Sears going to the free throw line, trying to cut into a 9-5 Tennessee advantage. Mark and Dalton Connect, 2 top players in the SEC this year, almost equal in points per game, and Sears knocks down the first of 2 free throw attempts.
Did a good job of taking the ball inside, and while you would have liked the layup, it worked out for the best as he slowed down, took the contact from Jonas Adu, and their big 6'11" center will have to go to the bench with 2.
James will try a 3 from the top of the arc, gets a brick. Rebound fought for and taken away by the Volunteers. Adu's replacement, Jemai Meshack, was able to secure it, taking it away from Sears. Now Ziegler on the drive, cut off by Nick Pringle, throws it into the paint, spinning, shooting, and missing it on the attempt was Toby Awaka, and Awaka will earn a trip to the free throw line as Nelson is whistled for his first.
I'm not sure if that'll go down as another turnover, but it was Mark Sears going the ball, not realizing that Meshack was right next to him and didn't go after it as aggressively as he should have. He was in great position to get it to start the Alabama fast break, and essentially that's a turnover again, leading to points as Grant Nelson picks up the foul and Awaka gets to the line.
Second free throw from Awaka, up and good. He got them both, and the Vols lead it 11-7. Davin Cosby Jr. is checked in for the Crimson Tide, joining Nelson, Estrada, Sears, and Pringle. Nelson on the wing will hand it off to Sears. Mark trying to drive, dishes into the corner. 3, Estrada, bottom. Second bank first 3 for Bama in the opening half. The Tide's to within 1, but the Vols run the other way. Driving in, leader off the glass, a good one by Connect. 3-point Vol advantage. Bama runs the other way with Estrada. Estrada cut off top of the arc by Ziegler. Takes it to the far wing, trying to get free from him. Throws it out to Nelson. Nelson now to Sears. Sears looking right side to Cosby. Davin on the drive. Gets around. Great pass. Pringle the flush. Great feed from Davin Cosby Jr.
What a play by Cosby as he got inside, drew a couple of defenders. The result, a wide open dunk for Pringle.
James, far side, feeding it off to Meshack. Meshack to Ziegler. Ziegler, top of the arc, looking right, couldn't get it to Connect. He will set things up with 12 on the shot clock. Ziegler working inside the arc, driving, a little teardrop from inside the free throw line. Got it to go on the friendly roll, and Bama is down 3 again. Here comes Estrada front court. Aaron flips it to Nelson, back to Estrada, circles away from trouble, drives, he shoots one in the lane, no good off the back iron, and a foul's going to be whistled on Nick Pringle.
Oh boy, they don't come a whole lot easier than that, and I think it threw Aaron Estrada off that he was so wide open, had 2 defenders next to him. They both went opposite directions. He found himself about 3 feet away, wide open, just missed it long, and Alabama gets the foul instead of the easy 2.
Nelson and Estrada check out. Griffin back in, along with Jaron Stevenson. Tennessee with the basketball on a 3-point lead, 15-12, with 13 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. Ziegler, 3 from dead on is good. Here in the opening half, the Vols lead it by 6. Sears bringing it ahead for the Crimson Tide. Working against the defender Meshack. Drives left. Cut off on the wing. Circles back to his right. Feeds it to Griffin now between the circles. Ryland trying to drive. Cut off. Stops. Looks. Gives it off to Pringle, who flips it to Sears. 10 on the shot clock. Sears driving right. Stops. looks, kicks it in the corner. Cosby, high, arching three, missed everything, and the rebound is controlled on the weak side by the Vols.
That was a heck of a contest by Ziegler. A lot like one of the first plays of the game. Got out there and blocked Sears' shot, changed that one.
James in the lane, floater off the glass, too strong. Rebound fought for, and they'll get Tennessee over the back of a Bama player. That's going to be whistled on Awaka. It'll be his first. It'll be team foul number 3 on the Volunteers. Bama's been whistled for 2, and it gives the Tide the ball with 12:45 remaining in the first half, and Bama down 18-12.
One of the things that makes Tennessee so good on the defensive end is they defend the three-point line so well, and a guy like Zakai Ziegler, under 6 feet tall, does a great job of getting contest. Got a block shot earlier, changed that shot by Davin Cosby. Alabama only made 3 from deep in Knoxville earlier this season, and off to a 2-for-7 start.
Sears working to Pringle, or Griffin, excuse me. Griffin to Pringle now, top of the arc. Nick will hand it off, gets it to Sears, driving, throws it back out. Pringle, he'll drive into the lane, steps through, gives it off, and the ball's batted around and picked up by Tennessee as a foul is called on Davin Cosby. Foul on Davin as he was trying to keep Gainey from heading the other way. Jordan Gainey, who's checked in, and that'll be team foul number 3 on Alabama. Cosby out. Muhammad Diabate comes in to replace him. Diabate, the 6'7" freshman from Queens, New York. Tennessee basketball with an 18-12 lead and 12-18 in moving. Time left opening half. Volunteers work it to the left side, and Vescovy, who's checked back in. Vescovy working against Sears. Gets into the paint, throws the pass down low. They fire it back onto the wing. Driving, Edu kicks it to Vescovy near side. His 3 is up and good. Correct myself. It wasn't an assist from Edu. It's Meshack, who fed it to Vescovy, knocks down a 3, and Tennessee its biggest lead at 21-12.
Tennessee's beating Alabama off the dribble, and the Tide not able to get in the lane against the Vols.
Stevenson tries the 3. It was halfway down and popped out, and a rebounding foul is going to be whistled on the Volunteers. Great job, Nick Pringle inside, able to get the rebound, drawing the foul from the Vols, and we've come to a media timeout. 11:43 to go first half. Tennessee 21, Alabama 12 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
A caring man took a walk. He saw people suffering. Anxiety ran high. Hatred rose. I'll prepare a feast and bring them together, he thought. But some refused to join him. He was heartbroken because he wanted everyone to be filled. Not with food and wine, but with compassion.
Jesus welcomed all to the table. Visit hegetsus.com to learn more.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Alabama. Greatness starts here. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Bama's down 9 early, 21-12, 11:43 to go in the first half against Tennessee. Here at Coleman Coliseum, and your next trip to T-Town, stay at the Residence Inn, located at the banks of the Black Warrior River. The all-suite hotel is just a short drive from campus in downtown, and ideal for any traveler, whether staying overnight or an extended stay. Residence Inn, it's not just a room, it's a residence. Proud to be the preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. Brian Pasek, it is well documented the toughness of a Tennessee Rick Barnes defensive basketball team. But it's well documented. It probably needs to be documented some more. They are a handful on that end of the floor.
Well, on both ends of the floor, they've always been good defensively under Rick Barnes. They're so much better offensively, and they're clicking on that end of the floor, shooting close to 60% from the field. Right now, Tennessee 8 for 14 57%, and they're getting rhythm shots. They're getting to the lane. They're getting open looks from the three-point line. They're 3 for 7 from deep, 43%. Alabama just 2 for 8. 25%, and so far the shot quality for Alabama has not been nearly what it has been for the Volunteers. Alabama's got to get stops and also take care of the ball. 5 points coming off turnovers for the Volunteers. They do a good job of getting deflections and steals, leading to open floor opportunities. This is an Alabama team that wants to get the ball struggling on both ends, getting stops defensively and not getting in the lane enough on the offensive end. And where Alabama is at their best is defense leading the offense, but in the half court, it's the dribble drive forcing help and recovery situations for Tennessee. And in the first matchup, the reason Tennessee was so dominant is they didn't have to help. It was just guarding your man, keeping them in front, and Alabama, as good as it gets in college basketball, once somebody beats their man off the dribble, space the floor with shooters, get downhill off the dribble, and force help recovery situations. Alabama, a team that moves the ball, they're unselfish, but if you can't beat your man, that plays right into Tennessee's hands. And so far defensively, they're picking up where they left off in Knoxville, doing a great job on that end of the floor.
Alabama breaks the huddle with Estrada, Nelson, Diabate, Sears, and Griffin as it's 3. Tennessee has gotten J.P. Estrella in the game for the first time. 6'11" freshman from Maine. As the Tide will inbound it from the baseline. Estrada gets it into the corner to Sears. Thought about a 3. Instead will drive. He will back it out. Now he'll try to drive again. Got cut off. Flips it to Nelson near wing. Spots up. 3. Too strong. Rebound fought for. Diabate on the deck. Griffin was there. Got knocked away. And Tennessee will come out with it. Ball's in transition. They'll drive. They'll shoot. They'll have it blocked. But a blocking foul is going to be called, and it may be basket interference as well. They're going to wipe the basket off, or what are they saying, Brian?
Well, it was basket interference, but Pat Adams is saying that the foul came before Tennessee went into the shooting motion. So that will not count. It'll be a foul on the floor, just Alabama's 4th.
It was Jordan Gainey who was on the drive, and the foul whistled on Mark Sears, his first. As Brian told you, 4 team fouls on a Bama team that hadn't scored in the last 3 minutes. One thing to not have a field goal, but no points, period. Connect, open in the corner, misses a 3. Rebound snatched out of the air by Estrada. Here comes Bama the other way. Aaron playing off the screen from Nelson, goes to his left. Kicks it to Griffin, spot up 3, short. Rebound claimed by Diabate, and a foul's going to be called on Grant Nelson. He got leveled, and they called a foul on Diabate. Not only was the foul late, Brian, it initially looked dead wrong, and it was. Holy cow! What are you looking at, KB? That is terrible. He called something that he thought he saw that was nowhere close to happening. That is as bad as you will ever see. That is horrific. Here's Vescovy with the basketball. Drives to his left, kicks it back to Estrella. Spinning, looking, handing it off. On the drive now. Balls will feed it inside. Gainey, now they'll call Nelson for a foul. Same official that missed the previous one. That is rough. 2 fouls now on Grant Nelson. Nate's getting all in his ear.
You know, that's one where there's 3 officials on the floor, and obviously the official missed it. His buddy's got to help him out, but that is, boy, that is
that's horrible.
It's about as bad as it gets. I mean, that one, I thought maybe I saw something wrong, and then on the replay, confirmed what we saw initially. But right now, Alabama down 10. Can't worry about that. Let the head coach talk to the officials. Alabama's got to play better. Yes, that was a bad call, but Alabama's got to play better on both ends of the floor. And right now, it's all Tennessee.
We got far bigger issues than one bad call, but that certainly didn't help the cause as Gainey hit the first free throw, and he makes the second now. Sam Walters in, joining Pringle, Sears, Griffin, and Estrada. Here comes Mark, bringing the ball ahead. 10:48 to go first half. Tennessee leading Bama by 11, 23-12. Sears working to his left, playing off of the screen. stops, looks, needs help. Somebody come get a ball. It does. It's Griffin driving down the lane. Wraparound pass to Pringle. Stops. Reverse layup is good. He almost walked, but he didn't. And Bama's back to within 9. Got to get some stops now. Here's Ziegler going downhill. Stopping, dishing, top of the arc. Estrella, far side. Vescovy now to Ziegler, top of the arc. His three's no good. Rebound, though, claimed inside by Gainey. They work it around the horn. It's lost and then picked back up by Ziegler again. Ziegler playing off of a screen. Stops at the elbow. Looking, kicks it back out. Meshack. Now they'll give it off once again to Gainey. Gainey on the drive got fouled. That was an easy call on Estrada as he grabbed his arm. And that one on Aaron will be his first. 17th foul, though, on Alabama. Tennessee's been whistled for 4.
Well, that's a couple times now where Tennessee's mishandled the ball. It looked like a steal or turnover situation, and Alabama not able to get it. Tennessee gets it back and gets to the free throw line, going back to the offensive end. Nice job offensively. Alabama gets the ball inside to Nick Pringle. He did a really nice job of staying under control and not walking. You mentioned that he almost walked, but kept that pivot foot down, was able to finish at the rim.
Jordan Gainey misses the first of 2. 10 minutes exactly to go in the first half. Bama down 24-14 as Gainey hits the second of 2 attempts. Missed the first, made the second. Here's Estrada bringing it up for Alabama. Aaron gets it front court with Ziegler defending him. And a whistle away for the ball. They're going to get a hold on Tennessee. That's going to be on Estrella, I believe. His first, team 5th. So Bama basketball side court right in front of the Tennessee bench. Rick Barnes, former Bama assistant under Whip Sanderson. The same with Greg Polinsky, his assistant, to his right. Pringle gets the inbounds pass, takes the dribble, hands it off to Sears. Mark driving, dishes. Griffin, catch and shoot, 3. That looked like Bama. The bank first 3, the third of the game for the Tide, and Bama is back to within 7. Ziegler working top of the arc, Estrella, far side, Vescovy. Vescovy working against Walters. Vescovy surveying the floor from center of the court. Right side to Gainey. Gainey on the drive downhill, and he ran off of a screen and got the layup to go for 2.
With Tennessee getting to the rim, Alabama finally getting a driving kick to Rowland Griffin. Need to see more of that here in the first half.
Sears picks up his dribble, needs help. Somebody's got to come to him. It's Pringle. Now back to Sears going left. Sears weaving through traffic, playing through contact. Shot up and in for 2. Beat him 7 ways to Sunday and never blew the whistle. And the Tide is back within 7 again. 26-19.
What a tough move by Mark Sears. Took a lot of contact, played with physicality, able to finish through it.
Gainey in the lane. Off balance shot up, and a foul's going to be called on Ryland Griffin. Got caught in the air and is whistled for the foul.
We're going back to the offensive end. It was Mark Sears, one of the best players in the SEC, one of the top 2 for SEC Play of the Year. He and Dalton connect, but he went up against one of the best defensive players in this league in Meshack and took a ton of contact. They were to finish through it. But Alabama's got to keep the Volunteers out of the lane. Gainey had a big game in Knoxville earlier this season against Alabama, having his way, taking the ball inside, finished with a layup on the previous possession. This time gets it inside and gets back to the line.
Gainey hits the first and the second. Tennessee 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Bama 2 for 2. 8:42 and ticking, time left first half. Tennessee leading at 28-19. Sears with the basketball. Gives it off to Griffin, but it's deflected into the backcourt where Griffin runs it down. Now Sears working front court against Meshack. Sears crossing over, going left. Flips it to Estrada, and a foul's going to be whistled on Mark Sears. They called Mark for a moving screen as he was handing it off to Estrada, and Pat Adams whistles that one on Mark. It'll be Sears' second personal foul. Wow, so Sears and also Grant Nelson, 2 fouls apiece for the Tide, and that means that the Tide has to get, let's see, Davin Cosby back into the ball game.
Mark Sears will check out. I would expect that he would be back in this game here in the first half, maybe just bring him out, settle him down, get him a break. But Nate Oats will play guys, especially his guards, with 2 fouls.
Vols with the basketball, Gainey top of the arc. Walters defending him, gives it off. Ziegler driving into the lane, taken away by Griffin. Griffin had it poked away, though, and taken away by Vescovy. Kicks it in the corner to Ziegler. Ziegler had it poked away by the Tide, and a steal. It's Griffin with it. Credit Davin Cosby for the deflection. Now it'll be Pringle driving, dishing, corner, Cosby, 3, foul.
Defense leading to the offense. Alabama finally gets a steal, and Davin Cosby picking up where he left off in Oxford. Knocks down the open 3.
Crowd on its feet here at Coleman as Bama's back to it in 6. Vescovy up top, Meshack. Left of the circle to James. James looking low, nothing there. Goes left side, Gainey. Gainey working to his right, still with the dribble. Bounce past Vescovy. 9 on the shot clock. Vescovy against Walters. Steps back, deep 3. Air ball, out of bounds. Gravity is the only thing that caught that one, and we come to a media timeout. 7:20 left to play first half. Tennessee leading 28-22, but the Tide is rising here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Tonight's radio affiliate of the game, Front Porch Radio, 101.7 WKOM in Columbia, Tennessee. Go to the Crimson Tide Sports Network's Facebook page, follow us, and tell us where you're listening for a chance to win 2 free combo meals from Jack's. Thanks for tuning in to the Crimson Tide Sports Network for Alabama basketball. Bama's down 6, 28-22. I never thought I would say this, BP, but the crowd is going crazy. Nick Pringle puts it on the floor, kicks it out to an open Davin Cosby for 3. Did you have that one?
Well, Alabama will spread the floor, and Nick Pringle's playing well, and he has played well the last couple of weeks of the season. Not known as a guy that's going to put it on the deck and create for his teammates, but we will definitely take it. Nick making a great decision, and Davin Cosby making the most of another opportunity. Got a huge opportunity in Oxford on Wednesday night. He responded with 15 points on 5 for 10 from the three-point line, and Alabama was losing the points off turnover battle 7-0 before that Cosby 3. It was Bama getting the deflection that led to not necessarily a fast break, but a little bit of a scramble situation as Tennessee was getting back on defense. Davin Cosby ultimately hit the 3, and right now Alabama is trying to navigate through a little foul trouble. Mark Sears, Grant Nelson, both with 2 fouls on the Alabama bench. I would expect to see both of them back. For sure, Sears, possibly Grant Nelson, depending how other guys play. But right now, Alabama having a little more success offensively with driving kicks. And we talked about it a few minutes ago. Alabama's offense so good, one of the best in the country, the best in the country, in my opinion, at getting downhill and forcing help and recover situations. This is a team that can shoot it, spaces the floor, and makes the extra pass unselfish on the offensive end. Just haven't had many opportunities in the early going, but the last several possessions they have. In Alabama right now, 4 for its last 4, and a couple of those coming from deep.
Great past and present in the house tonight. Jalen Milroe, also Trent Richardson, Justin Thomas, Nick and Terry Saban, Greg and Regina Byrne, Kalen DeBoer, Reese Davis.
Wimp Sanderson across the way.
I saw Coach here so much and so glad that he is. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but he told me he really liked my jacket.
Well, thankfully it's back in style.
Thankfully.
When he was wearing it and it was the Plaid Palace, it looked good on him.
It did. All right, Pringle gets the inbounds pass, gives it back to the inbounder, Estrada. He brings it ahead. Bama down 6 with 7:12 and ticking time left in the opening half. Estrada, center of the floor. Lob pass, Pringle. He lays it in, and he is fouled. Josiah Jordan James commits the foul as Pringle climbed the ladder to drop it in.
And how many times have we seen Alabama coming out of a timeout with a set play, the back screen to Nick Pringle? It was delivered by Aaron Estrada coming off a triple-double. 18 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. He'll get an assist right there. Beautiful pass where Nick was the only guy that could go up and get it, took the contact and a chance for a three-point play.
How many times do we say that, where Nick is the only guy that can go up and get it?
He is athletic, and he's playing his best basketball.
Trying to convert the and one. That was not his best effort. It's missed, and Connect claims it for Tennessee. 28-24, though, as Bama, which was down by 11, now trails by only 4. Here's Ziegler with it, giving it off to Connect. Estrada defending him. Connect working away from a double team, fires a pass to Ziegler. Ziegler goes right side to Vescovy, stops in the lane, kicks it back out to Gainey, back to Vescovy, back to Gainey, top of the arc, way outside, rattles out no good, rebounded by Pringle, and Bama will push it ahead. Here comes Cosby front court. Davin on the wing, still the dribble alive, gives it off to Estrada. Estrada crosses over, gets back out to the top of the circle, goes downhill, stops, spins, shoots, missed it, but a rebounding foul is going to be whistled on Tennessee. That is going to be on Dalton Connect, and that will be his first.
I think they were officials waiting to see if that ball went in, whether he was going to call the foul or not. That was really late. I think it's either a foul or it's not, regardless of what happens to the shot. But looked like that is what determined the foul call, because it came late. It was the right call, and they'll send Aaron Estrada to the line for 2.
Estrada with 2 shots, 17 fouls now on Tennessee, and Aaron hits the first. Bama's been called for 9. The Crimson Tide now 2 of 3, or 3 of 4, excuse me, from the charity stripe. The Vols are 7 of 8. Estrada's second attempt up, and that one is perfect.
And that's a 7-0 run for Alabama the last minute and a half, doing the job on both ends. Got a 2.5-minute scoring drought for the Volunteers.
Tide's made 5 straight field goals, looking for more stops as James has it in the corner. Outside to Gainey, around he'll give it to Ziegler. Changing directions in the paint, gives it off to Gainey, cutting the basket. He lays it in for 2. The lead goes back to 4 for the Volunteers. Here's Sears finding a man in Cosby, who gets it to Estrada. Now to Sears, driving, back to Estrada. 3 in the corner, short. Rebound claimed by James, and now ahead to Connect. Bama looking for a stop. Does Connect will stop, pulls up for 3. That one rolls off short. Rebounded by Pringle. Here comes Estrada front court. Estrada giving it off to Pringle. By the way, Nelson on the floor with the 2 fouls. Estrada tips it in the corner. 3, bomb. Wow, that is making chicken salad out of near disaster.
Well, it was a great idea by Estrada. The alley-oop was there for Nick Pringle. It got deflected, and he was able to get it to Davin Cosby, who hits another 3.
Gainey will drive and dish. 3 in the corner for the Vols, rims out. Rebounded by Estrada. It was James who missed it. And here comes Sears with Bama looking to take the lead. With it, top of the arc, Estrada. Back to Sears on the right wing. Sears playing off the screen, drives, dishes. Cosby back to Sears on the wing. Sears driving baseline, steps through. They're going to call a foul on the Volunteers. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Alabama, and the Tide trying to claw all the way back from 11 down.
Alabama just looks a little quicker on the offensive end. Drive and kick, assertive on the offensive end. Listen, that was a good foul for Tennessee because there was not a shot blocker there. Bama's starting to knock down some shots, spreading Tennessee out, and finally we see some Bama guards beating their man off the dribble. This time it was Sears, and he'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Sears with 7 points already. Team leader at 20.6 per game. Dalton Connect at 20.8. Just ahead of him in the SEC scoring standings as that free throw is missed. And a rebounding foul is going to be called on Pringle. And Brian, that is so tough. Sears rarely misses. If he makes it, we're tied, but also there's no chance of a rebounding foul on Nick Pringle right there.
Yeah, that's the 10th team foul, and
2 on Nick.
A rare miss for Sears, leading the SEC coming into this game in free throw percentage at over 90%. So, boy, that is a tough break. The miss, and now good free throw shooter going to the line for Tennessee.
He hits the first. Pringle, Sears, and Nelson, all with 2 fouls each for Alabama. Nelson on the bench right now with the 2. Pringle and Sears on the floor as James hit the first free throw. His second one is upcoming. Bama's over the limit. Tennessee's been whistled for 8. Free throw up. Free throw good by Josiah Jordan-James. And the Vols lead it by 3.
Yeah, 4-point swing right there. You kind of assumed Sears is going to make it. Instead, a rebounding foul, and Tennessee goes 2 for 2 at the line.
And a moving screen's going to be called on Pringle, and that's Nick's third. Come on, Nick. You got to be better than that. That means Muhammad Wagi will have to come in and replace him for the Crimson Tide.
Boy, I mean, I saw the replay. Maybe the angle you had, I didn't see a whole lot there. Boy, Alabama in some foul trouble. Nick Pringle was playing well as he picks up 2 quick fouls to join Grant Nelson on the bench in foul trouble. He's got 2.
Here's Ziegler with it, front court for the Volunteers. Right side to Connect. Connect working against Estrada. Stops, had it stripped, and a foul's going to be called by Will Howard, who's decided to blow all the whistles here as of late. Man. It's KB Burdett early, and now Will Howard.
Well, listen, that was the right call.
Probably so.
Hard to see live, but the replay had the right angle. And I understand Aaron Estrada, top 10 in the SEC in steals, and has been so good at getting deflections and creating turnovers. He's against one of the hottest players that we've seen in recent memory in college basketball in Dalton Connect, but got him on the forearm just enough as he was going into his shooting motion, and Tennessee has been living at the free throw line.
Connect, knocking Cosby to the deck, gets the rebound, 3 in the corner, up and good for the Volunteers. Meshack hitting the 3, and the Volunteers push that lead just like that, back up to 7 with 4:22 to go. Timeout on the floor. We'll take the break as well. Vols up by 7 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats, that powerful moment connects us all. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Power for a better Alabama.
Tonight's game between Alabama And Tennessee is brought to you by PNC Bank. See how we can make a difference for you at PNC.com. Bama down 7, 36-29, 4:22 to play in the first half. Stay with us at the half for the Toyota Halftime Report with first half stats, scores from around the SEC, and a quick chat with Coach Nate Oats, presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. Brian Pasick, the last 33 seconds, we don't need to do that again.
Yeah, Alabama's had a couple of sequences here in the last few minutes that have been all volunteers. A 4-point swing on a missed front end by the leading free throw shooter in the SEC, and Mark Sears. An over-the-back foul against Nick Pringle, so instead of Bama getting 2, it was the Volunteers getting 2, and then a 4-point possession here just before the break as Dalton Knecht makes the first free throw. Bama not able to secure the defensive rebound. A kick-out 3 for Meshack, who able to get that one to go down, and all of a sudden it's Tennessee with a 7-point lead. Alabama had all the momentum just about 45 seconds ago. It's been all Tennessee in the last minute or so or less, but Nate Oats gets the timeout and right now wants to finish the half strong, but you got to do it and hopefully don't get in any worse foul trouble, as Alabama's got 3 guys with 2 fouls and 1 with 3. It's Nick Pringle with 3. You've got Mark Sears with 2, Aaron Estrada and Grant Nelson, who spent a lot of the first half on the bench with those 2 fouls. And right now, Tennessee is taking advantage of Alabama mistakes, fouls, and the Volunteers have been living at the free throw line. 10 for 12 from the line. Alabama just 4 for 6. Alabama is one of the best, is the best free throw shooting team in the SEC at close to 80%, but they're also one of the best at getting there. They typically get there more than Tennessee does, but it's been Tennessee getting to the line and converting. Alabama right now with some momentum on the offensive end. Bama's made 6 out of their last 7, but a couple of plays that have gone the way of the Vols, and they've been able to capitalize in a big way on a 6-0 run in the last 30 seconds.
Pringle with those 3 fouls, and that's a tough loss. He had 6 points, 4 rebounds during that stretch, and an assist as well in his 9:47 of action, but now 3 fouls, won't play the rest of this half, and hopeful that Muhammad Wagee can give you some quality minutes while he's on the floor. He's in there now as Estrada inbounds it to Sears, who gives it back to Aaron with 4:19 remaining in the opening half. Estrada front court with a dribble alive, working against the defender in Meshack. Now it'll be Griffin throwing it right side. Sears, catch and shoot 3. No good. Rebound on the weak side, claimed by Meshack, and the Vols will come the other way. That would have been big, but here's Gainey working, top of the arc, trying to get it to connect. Stevenson trying to hound him. Gainey giving it off to Meshack, who kicks it in the corner to James. He'll let it fly from 3, and he hits another one. Wagee did not get far enough out on him, and just like that, the Vols lead by 10 again. Estrada's pass batted back into his hands. Estrada driving in through the contact from Connect, no whistle. Ball knocked out of bounds by Wagee, and the possession will belong to the Volunteers.
Strong move by Aaron Estrada. Went inside, took a little contact, but I thought Dalton Knecht did a good job of staying vertical. And are not able to get the offensive rebound. And right now, the Volunteers on a 9-0 run after that made 3.
After Bama had it 2-1 and had their best shooter at the line, shooting a 1-1, who missed it in Mark Sears. Here now is Ziegler driving into the lane. Wraparound pass to James. Steps back, shoots another 3, misses this one, and the rebound claimed by Griffin. Ryland will throw it ahead to Estrada. Aaron gets it in the front court. Estrada hesitates, spins, kicks it in the corner. Stevenson, 3 ball, too strong. Rebounded Wagee. Muhammad to Estrada. Estrada will back it out with 15 after the reset. Estrada off the screen, takes it right side. Now to Sears, top of the arc, dead on, deep 3, bottom. Woo, net nearly moved.
Well, he was wide open on the previous possession, not able to convert. Dog Connect just took one step backwards. That's all Mark Sears needed, and he drains a big one for the Tide.
Another bank first three. He's got 10, and Bama is back to within 7. Down low, they throw it to Connect. Catch and shoot jumper short. Rebound into the hands of Stevenson. Around we work it to Sears. Mark into the front court. Mark on the drive. Kicks it back to Estrada. He'll drive. He'll stop. He'll drive again. He'll spin left. He'll get underneath. He'll lay it up and get it to go. What a move, Aaron Estrada. Bama do within 5. Connect the other way. Offensive foul is called. A charge on Connect. Great job by Alabama's Rylan Griffin, drawing the second foul from Connect.
Nobody does that better on this Alabama team than Rylan Griffin. Thought he took a couple of charges against Ole Miss on Wednesday night. Didn't get the call, but was able to sprint back, get in position, take the contact in the chest, and Alabama gets it back.
Connect out. Vescovy back in for Tennessee. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Estrada bringing it up for Alabama with a Tide down by 5 and 2 minutes remaining first half. Estrada trying to shake free from James. Steps back, deep three, short, rebound tipped and controlled by Vescovy and the Volunteers.
That is not Aaron Estrada's shot. The step back three, he was short. He's more of a catch and shoot rhythm shooter.
Gaines loses it after Diabate bats it away. Now Stevenson gives it off to Sears. Kicks it in the corner. Estrada giving it off. Stevenson dead on 3. Yes, sir. Knocks it home. Timeout, Tennessee. The young guns getting it done. Stevenson, his first bucket. We've had a couple of them already from Davin Cosby Jr. And the Tide, with 94 seconds remaining in the first half, is pulled back to within a bucket again.
Well, it's a game of runs. It was a 9-0 run just a minute ago by the Tennessee Volunteers. Alabama responds with an 8-0 run, getting stops on the defensive end, the deflection leading to an open floor opportunity. Bama getting loose a little more here late in the half from the three-point line. Tennessee had Bama bottled up at the three-point line early in this game, but you get good looks from good shooters. Eventually they'll fall. Alabama's got some good looks. Right now, Bama 7 for 19 from the three-point line. Alabama only made 4 threes in the first matchup in Knoxville. Already 7 here in the first half with 1:34 to play.
Out of the timeout, Bo Diabate, Rylan Griffin, Jaron Stevenson. We get 2 more. Who are we going to go with? Sears and Estrada. I like that combination. 13,474 on their feet, making a lot of noise for the home team, imploring them to get another stop late in the first half. Gainey with the basketball, top of the arc. Far side, feeds it off, a dish into the corner. Ziegler all alone 3, and he missed it. Thank you. Diabate with the basketball, working away from traffic. Picks it up, got pushed, no whistle. Now the Tide gets it to Stevenson. Jared giving it off to Estrada, and a foul's going to be whistled on Tennessee.
And that'll be their 10th, sending Mark Sears to the free throw line. Alabama fortunate right there as Zakai Ziegler all alone in the corner misses the 3. They've hit some tough ones. Thankfully, they've missed some open ones. So Ziegler, really good shooter from the corner. A little strong, and Mark Sears at the line with a chance to tie this game.
Sears missed the front end of a 1-and-1 earlier that would have tied it. Tennessee went on a run. Bama has answered, and Sears is a made free throw away from tying it once again. Bama led 3-0, hasn't led since. Tennessee's led by as many as 11. 1:10 remaining in the first half. Let's start over. Deadlocked at 39. Bama has battled back twice from double-digit deficits in the opening half to knot things at 39 all. Ball's working in the corner. Gainey deep three. Missed. Rebound Diabate above everybody. And Bama looks to regain the lead. Sears in the front court. Sears handing it off. Griffin deep three. Get it out, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Vescovy. That one was halfway down. Stuck its tongue out at us and then popped out. Gainey gives it off to Ziegler, driving, dishing, deflected Diabate, but into the hands of Meshack. Around to Gainey, another three attempt, an air ball again. And Bama can hold it, likely for the final shot. About a 6-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Estrada spinning underneath. Tough shot. Got it! And Bama leads 41-39. 22 seconds remaining in the half.
I think Nate Oats wanted his team to go slow there and maybe take near the last shot, but doesn't mind that one as Bama takes the lead.
Vols want to hold it for one. Down to 9, 8. Ziegler with it at 7. At 6, a deep three. That one's short. Third air ball of the half. Vols work it back out to Gainey at 2. At 1 at the buzzer. It's no good. And the Tide goes to the locker room with a 41-39 lead over Tennessee. ESPN will talk to Nate Oats first. We will tell you, while we've got him on it, that our conversation with the coach will be brought to you by Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. Alabama led 3-0, and now at the end of the half, 41-39, the only 2 leads that Alabama has had, I believe, the entire half. Heck of an effort by Nate Oats' team and the crowd to help them rally back from down double digits twice. Brian Passing will now talk with Coach.
Yeah, they were winning every loose ball. That's why I called the timeout. We start making the tough plays. We get out in transition. We get some easy buckets to help. Connect was on the bench with 2 fouls. We were able to survive with Graham, Mark, Aaron, all have 2. Nick's got 3. We're going to have to survive from foul trouble in the second half. We got to take care of the ball, though. Way too many turnovers at the beginning of the game.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Brian. And again, thank you to Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. What a half, 41-39. Bama leading Tennessee at intermission here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Regions celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up every day. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out, the pesky check engine light. Winner! A little change can go a long way when you escape every day at Wing Creek Casino and on the Casinoverse app.
Favorite jeans, favorite shirt. Yakinick sausage and I'm firing it up. Yeah, everybody knows that's how I get my grill on. You can smell that flavor up and down the road. It's a little taste of heaven, and everybody knows. That's how I get my grill on. Kanaka sausage. It's just a little taste of heaven.
Coleman Coliseum gives the Tide a big home court advantage. When it comes to your home, count on Tri-Green Equipment to give you a big tried-and-true advantage with our lineup of John Deere equipment. From riding mowers, compact utility tractors, skaters, to large agricultural equipment, they've got serious game. Plus, the tried-and-true Tri-Green team is always there when you need an assist. Stop by one of our locations or visit TriGreenEquipment.com. Proud sponsors of Alabama Crimson Tide basketball.
Crimson Tide basketball is brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. And by Guthries, America's original chicken finger restaurant, and now a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Now, on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Toyota Halftime Report. Toyota, visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
41-39, 13th ranked Alabama leads the 4th ranked Tennessee Vols at intermission. Our Toyota halftime report brought to you by ExploreToyota.com and your local Toyota dealer. Take advantage of the amazing deals on a full line of vehicles. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. Boy, Bama was down after a 3-0 start for the Tide. It was all Tennessee until Bama rallied late to take a 41-39 advantage. The biggest deficit for Alabama was 11 points. They were also down 10 after pulling back to within 1. But 2 big spurts for the Crimson Tide have pushed them ahead now, 41-39 at intermission. Grant Nelson, no points, 2 fouls, 3 points from Jaron Stevenson, 12 and 2 fouls from Mark Sears, 3 points from Rylan Griffin, 11 points, 2 fouls though, 3 boards for Aaron Estrada. He also had 4 assists in that first half. Sam Walters played 6 minutes, did not score. Davin Cosby, 2 big threes, the same point total for Nick Pringle, but Nick's got 3 fouls. Mohamed Diabate, Mohamed Wagi both played, did not score, but Diabate had 3 boards. Wagi had 1. Tennessee was led by the 9 points of Jordan Gainey, 8 from Josiah Jordan-James, and 7 from Dalton Connect. 41-39, Bama leading it at intermission. We're back with more in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys! I love this song! I love these nachos. I love our kickball league! Ugh! I love this guy! What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
This is Tom Stipe with the Alabama Power Scoreboard Update. Alabama Power. Power for a better Alabama. Halftime score from Coleman. Bama leads Tennessee 41-39. Finals on the day, Carolina over Florida at home 82-76. Kentucky defeats Arkansas on Rupp 111-102. Vandy and Nashville loses to LSU 75-61. Auburn gets win over Mississippi State at home 78-63. And Georgia and Athens loses to Texas A&M 70-56. Remember, Tide fans, it's a new season at Kohl's. With everyday styles and great prices, you can get more of what you want for less. Find go-tos for going everywhere and perfect picks for your home. Shop Kohl's at Kohls.com today. Take a look at team stats next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Nick Pringle.
And I'm Loyal McQueen.
Winter is a time for excitement of Crimson Tide basketball, but it is also when viruses that cause respiratory diseases are more rapid into our community.
Vaccination is important for everyone, and especially for those who are at higher risk of developing complications, including older Americans and those with medical conditions.
Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. So don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/immunization today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control. At Red Diamond, we know that there's simply nothing better than the perfect sip of fresh brewed iced tea. And we've been working hard to make sure choosing Red Diamond is always easy. With only simple ingredients, water, tea leaves, and pure cane sugar. Or no sugar. We make sure our tea tastes like, well, tea. Stop by your local cooler and pick up a gallon for a perfect sip today. Red Diamond. Perfect's not easy.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Do you say roll tide instead of hello? See elephants in the clouds? Never wear blue and orange together? If so, there's no better way to show your Crimson Tide pride than with the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. As passionate as you are about Bama, Regions is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Griffin had it poked away, though, and taken away by Vescovy. Kicks it in the corner to Ziegler. Ziegler had it poked away by the Tide, and a steal. It's Griffin with it. Credit Davin Cosby for the deflection. Now it'll be Pringle driving, dishing, corner. Cosby, three.
Bama leads Tennessee at the half, 41-39, and the sounds of the game are presented by Beatbox. The original party punch with 9 delicious flavors, non-carbonated and resealable. Be the MVP of your next game day tailgate with Beatbox. Halftime stats are delivered by Assurance Financial. In less time than halftime, you can apply for a mortgage at AssuranceMortgage.com. Shooting percentage, Bama 45% overall, 35% from Bank First Three-Land. For Tennessee, 30% overall, 24% outside the arc. Turnovers, Bama with 6, balls with 4. Again at the half, Bama leads Tennessee 41-39. That does it for the Toyota halftime report. Second half's coming right up. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year and had chemo and radiation at DCH's Lewis and Faye Madison Cancer Center. I'm thankful for the support of my nurse Kate, my breast navigator Katrina, my doctors, and the whole staff. I have felt confident like I was the most important person there, before, during, and after. Tell Tuscaloosa is blessed to have such an excellent team at the Madison Cancer Center.
Great things are happening at DCH.
Barkley makes it easy.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This has been the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealers or explore Toyota.com today. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. The second half is just moments away. Roll Tide.
What to look for in the second half is presented by Marathon. Marathon is here to keep you and your team fueled on and off the court because we are driven together. Bama leads it 41-39 at the half. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Brian Pasick. We are courtside. BP doesn't really feel like we're leading it, but scoreboard a lot, pal.
Yeah, 12-0 run in the half for Alabama. It couldn't come at a better time. It followed up a 9-0 run by the Volunteers, and kind of a weird sequence over the course of just a couple of possessions. There was a 4-point swing where Mark Sears goes to the line, misses a front end. Tennessee gets the rebound over the back call. Nick Pringle, they go to the line and knock down two. So 4-0 swing in the favor of the Vols. And I think the very next possession, Dalton Knecht gets fouled, goes to the line, makes one, kick out to Meshack for three. So back-to-back, a 4-point possession followed by a 4-point swing, and all of a sudden it was the Volunteers up 9, but Alabama able to close the half very strong on both ends of the floor, and hopefully that momentum continues here in the second 20 minutes.
We are happy to be bringing you a great college basketball game on Saturday night. To bring you the second half, the voice of the Crimson Tide, Chris Stewart.
Tom, thank you so very much. Tennessee will get possession first to begin half number 2. Bama will go with Estrada, Sears, Stevenson, Griffin, and also Grant Nelson. You've got Nelson with the 2 fouls. You've got Pringle and Sears. Or excuse me, Pringle's got 3, but you got Griffin and Sears with a couple of fouls as well for Alabama, trying to stay out of trouble from a foul standpoint. Estrada with 2, Sears, Griffin with 1, I should say, as Tennessee gets possession first. James in the right corner gives it off to Knecht on the right wing. Knecht will back it out, working against Griffin, drives and dishes almost over Ziegler's head. He'll catch it, he'll drive, he'll kick it back out to Vescovi, who gets in the lane, dishes onto the right wing to James, back to Vescovi in the corner, fakes the 3, now pulls up from 15, no good. Weak side rebound claimed by Estrada, and Bama comes the other way. Sears on the drive, going downhill, goes to the rim, gets it off the glass, and good.
And able to go up over the 6'11" shot blocker, Jonas Adu, who spent a lot of the first half on the bench in foul trouble. He's one of the best shot blockers in the SEC, but Mark Sears able to get it up over it.
Ziegler to Knecht, catch and shoot 3, no good. Rebound is claimed by Nelson. Outlet pass Estrada, who brings it front court for the Crimson Tide. Drives to the arc, stops, gives it off. Nelson near side, fakes a 3, takes the dribble to his left, picks it up, needs help, has it batted away and stolen. Vescovy now after the deflection from Adu to James to the trailer. Going down the lane, Connect lays it up, no good, but they call Nelson for his third.
That is a huge call after a turnover, and that's where Alabama started. Turnovers leading to open floor opportunities put you in a vulnerable situation as Grant Nelson picks up his third. Didn't play a ton of minutes in the first half due to foul trouble, and within a little over a minute picks up his third.
Dalton Connect misses the first attempt. Bama's lead will stay at 4 for the moment. 18:47 remains in the second half.
Grant Nelson only played 9.5 minutes in the first half due to foul trouble. Looks like Nate Oats is going to stay with his veteran here in the second.
Second free throw, Connect up and good, and it's a 3-point game. 43-40 is our score. Bama gets it inbounded to Griffin. Ryland will bring it ahead, playing off a screen from Nelson. He will drive down the lane. He'll hand it off to Estrada, cut off, trying to drive baseline. Spins away again, ball knocked away and stolen by Vescovy. They'll work it front court to Connect. He'll drive, he'll throw it lob inside, stripped away by Estrada. He took it away from Adu, and here comes Sears. Sears front court, over to Nelson on the far wing. Three, bottom. Another bank first three for the Tide, who has its biggest lead now at 46-40. They said it was a 2, that he had a toe on the line. Check that, I'm sorry. It was a 3. It was the bank first 3, and Bama leads it by 6. Now Ziegler trying to answer. His 3 is up and good. Slipped behind the screen and was able to knock it down. It's a 3-point game.
He's done that a couple of times in this game. Alabama going behind because of Ziegler's ability to penetrate. Has that quick release, able to rise up and knock it down.
Estrada on the near wing. Plays off of a screen from Stevenson, takes it left to the circle. Drives left side, stopped, had it poked away and stolen. Vescovy knocked it away from him again. He's done that at least 3 times, twice in the last 3 possessions. Now Vescovy for 3, it's good, and we are tied. Boy, these two heavyweights going back and forth.
And that is what killed Alabama in the first game. Points off turnovers. Vescovy able to strip his man and knock down the 3.
Griffin, the runner, took it right at Vescovy and laid it in for 2. Bama by a bucket, 48-46, 3 minutes into this second half. Ziegler working between the circles. Crosses to his left, gives it off. Vescovy driving underneath the basket, fires it to James, now to Connect. Catch and shoot, 3, it's good. Stevenson late getting out there, and Nate Oats almost yanked him off the floor with his bare hands.
And that's the second time Jaron Stevenson was late getting to Connect.
Griffin to answer. In and out, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by James. 49-48, Vols with the 1-point lead. Here's Ziegler, crossing over, going down the lane, high off the glass, no. Tipped twice into the air. Estrada claims it for Alabama. Estrada giving it off to Sears, far side. Sears, top of the arc, still with the dribble going. Sears, left side to Nelson, and a foul is going to be called on Josiah Jordan-James.
Alabama got off to a slow start in terms of ball security in the first half, and they've done that here in the second half. Santiago Vescovy, Zakai Ziegler, 2 of the best in the SEC at picking your pocket. That's why the Volunteers lead the SEC in steals, and they've gotten off to a nice start in the second half with steals leading to open floor opportunities. And it was 23 points off turnovers for the game in Knoxville, already 12 points off turnovers for Tennessee in this one.
Toby Awaka checking in for James, who has 3 fouls. Estrada steps into a 3. That is how you want him shooting the 3.
When you're describing it as Estrada stepping into a 3, the percentages skyrocket as opposed to the step back, which he's tried a couple of times in the last few games.
They stopped play momentarily. I think there was a stoppage to check something, and I'm not exactly sure what it was, but we seem to be fine now. 16:08 to go in the second half. Alabama 51, Tennessee 49. Volunteers with the basketball, Bama with a lead. Ziegler, front court, working inside the arc, throws it into the low post, spinning, shooting, blocked by Pringle on the weak side, help after the attempt by Awaka, and the Tide comes the other way. Walters driving left, handing it off to Sears. Mark looking, playing off the screen from Sam, hesitates, drives in, step through, kick, Estrada in the lane, flips it up and in. Bama leads it by 4 with 15:38 to go.
So crafty, Aaron Estrada with a little ball fake that froze the defense. The shot blocker was in great position, but the ball fake got Estrada free.
Vescovy stopping, looking, bounce pass inside, and a foul is whistled on Tennessee. Excuse me, on Alabama, I'm sorry. It's going to be on Sam Walters. That'll be his first. Team foul number 2 on the Tide this half. Woo, take a breath. 15:27 to go. 53-49. Good guys on top here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 66 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crispy, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake.
Tonight's game between Alabama and Tennessee is presented by PNC Bank. See how we can make a difference for you at PNC.com. Bama's up 4, 53-49, 15:47 to go in the ball game. We think Coke Zero Sugar is the best sugar or best Coke ever because it's got that irresistible taste that you'll love. Coke Zero Sugar truly is amazing. Taste it for yourself. BP, so far so good. Second half, but we're turning over too much.
Yeah, Alabama's shooting the ball great. Bama right now 5 for 6 from the field, 2 for 3 from deep, getting great looks, but it's been Santiago Vescovy with a couple of pickpockets that have gone the other way for the Volunteers, and the number that is starting to rise is turnovers and points off turnovers. Tennessee with 9 steals, or Alabama with 9 turnovers, I should say, and 12 points off of those turnovers for the Vols. So they're converting Alabama's mistakes. And this Alabama offense, the best in college basketball, so good. But the one area when they've lost games that they've struggled is taking care of the basketball. In Tennessee, one of the best in the country at creating turnovers. So far, so good in terms of field goal percentage. Alabama 83% since halftime, just 5 for 6, but Tennessee able to get some deflection. He's got to be so secure with the ball. You hear about Tennessee's physicality, and they are one of the most physical teams in college basketball, but they are able to get deflections, and Santiago Vescovy and Zakai Ziegler, both of those guys just have a knack for getting deflections that lead to turnovers and steals for the Volunteers, and that is something that Nate Oats preached in practice over the last couple of days. He talked about with us at halftime, got to take care of the ball in Alabama, shooting it well, but not taking care of it as well as I'd like.
Brian, how do you not get caught up in the emotion of what's taking place in a game like this? I'm not talking about you and I right now. I'm talking about as a player in this type of circumstance, because there is so much energy in this building. We all know what's on the line, but it's been a special day. It's a special night, but in order to make it as special as it can be, you got to find a way to play well in these last 15-27.
Well, as a player and as a coach, you live for games like this, and you get excited, but you also know you got a job to do, and got to use that excitement to get you to play harder. But these guys have been in big games, maybe not quite to this magnitude. Mark Sears certainly has. Rylan Griffin Nick Pringle, but some of these young guys haven't. But as a big-time college basketball player and a competitor, you live for moments like this, and guys just have to settle their nerves, which they have. I mean, it's not the nerves that are causing Alabama mistakes. It's Tennessee's really good, and they're really tough, and they're really good in some areas that Alabama has had trouble with. So to their credit, they're making it difficult on the Crimson Tide, and that is to be expected. They're top 5 in America, and a lot of people think they could win a national championship. And right now, Bama battling with one of the best teams in the SEC and in college basketball.
Adu hits the first. In conference play, Jonas Adu, only a 56% free throw shooter on the year. Second attempt up. That one is perfect. And the Volunteers are back to within a bucket. 53-51, Alabama leading the 4th-ranked Vols here at Coleman Coliseum. Estrada driving left side. Looking, still looking, playing off of a slip screen from Nelson. Drives left, gets in the paint, kicks it back to Walters. Catch and shoot 3, it's short. Rebound claimed by Ziegler, and the Vols will come the other way. Did he rush that one, Brian?
Well, he rushed it because the defense was in great position, and that's what makes Tennessee so good. They don't allow your shooters to get open.
Vols throw it in the low post, stripped away by Sears, but then taken back by Vescovi. 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound claimed by Awaka, and then back out a 3. Another miss, and thankfully Walters was in the right place at the right time. Rebound right to him. On the other end, Nelson now for the Tide. Grant driving, giving it off to Sam. Driving down the lane to the rack. It's good. He laid it in. Played through what should have been a foul, and instead gives Bama the 4-point lead.
Boy, tough move by the freshman. He has gotten stronger and tougher and needed it on that drive as he took the foul and finished. Didn't get the call, but able to finish.
Should have been the 3rd on Adu. Instead, Bama just gets the bucket, and now the Vols work down by 4 with 10 on the shot clock. Catch and shoot, left wing connect, missed a 3. Rebound snatched out of the air by Pringle. Ain't nobody taking it from him, and here comes Bama the other way. Front court with it, Mark Sears. Mark driving left. Mark stopping to Sam on the wing. Sam to Grant, corner, 3. Boy, that's too strong. Adrenaline is flowing there, and Connect comes the other way. Connect down the lane, lost it, stripped away by Sears, and Bama with numbers, hurrying the other way. Mark, near side, driving, stopping, looking, outside, Grant fakes a 3. Over to Sam, for 3. Oh, it wouldn't go, but he got fouled. Connect hit him on the arm, and that'll be his 3rd. And structurally speaking, it's a great thing that one didn't go in. We'd have lost the roof on that one.
Good job by Grant Nelson, the driving kick. Alabama able to get the stop after the miss, and Bama getting on the glass, starting fast break. Tennessee's doing a great job getting back in transition defense, understanding that Bama wants to run, one of the fastest teams in the country, but nice decision to get it to Walters in the corner. He struggled from 3 the last couple of games, but he's going to keep shooting, and got a big 3rd foul call on Connect.
It's like the wind's going to blow, Sam's going to shoot, and he got the first free throw to go on the season. Sam Walters, an 83% free throw shooter. We will see Estrada get a well-earned breather, and Ryland Griffin comes in to replace him. Bama playing without Latrell Reitzel for the 4th straight game, and with 3 guys in foul trouble. Walters hits the 2nd of 3. It pushes the Bama lead to 6, 57-51, with 13:42 to play here at Coleman Coliseum.
Big minutes from Sam Walters. Had the strong drive the previous possession. This time gets to the line, knocks down all 3, and now Bama with its biggest lead of the game.
Nate Oats giving Nick Pringle a high five as he heads to the bench. Played quality minutes despite 3 fouls. Here's Josiah Jordan-James back in for the Volunteers. James also playing in this ball game with 3 fouls of his own. Tennessee ball, Bama a 7-point lead, 58-51. Crowd on its feet again here at Coleman. Looking for another stop, up 7. Far side, Meshack to Adu, around to James, left of the circle, over to Gainey, all alone, 3 ball, no. Rebound, Nelson, they're going to call him for a foul, I believe. They say Grant was backing up into the man who is trying to get the rebound, and that will be personal number 4 on Grant Nelson.
I think that was just a situation where Grant lost his footing and was backing up, and that is a tough call.
Boy, it is.
Nelson, he's got some tough ones, and he was off balance, but my goodness, that is a
tough whistle. He's got only 3 points, but 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Gainey on the inbounds, 3 in the corner, short. Ball batted around and into the hands of Diabate. And Bama getting the loose balls and has it up by 7. Here's Sears trying to drive left. Cut off by Ziegler. To Griffin now. Ryland driving to his right. Changes direction going left. Works in the lane. Works to the rack. Lays it up. No. Rebound claimed by Adu. And the outlet pass to Gainey. Ball's now in the front court. Gainey on the drive. Missed it. Rebounded. And foul is called on Tennessee. Mohamed Diabate trailing what was a great challenge from Sam Walters and forced the miss by Gainey.
Yeah, it wasn't initially great defense because Gainey had a clear lane to the basket, but it's good to be 6'9" and athletic as Sam Walters is. Forced a more difficult shot than I thought he was going to be able to take, and Mohamed Diabate seems to get every loose ball, goes up, gets the traffic rebound, the foul in Tennessee, and Alabama gets it back.
3 team fouls on each side as Griffin tries to work away from Meshack. They want to double team him. He gives it off to Diabate. The drive, the dish. Walters in the corner. Getting into the lane. Plays through contact. Shot no good. Diabate gets another one. Hands it off to Sears. Mark in the corner. Working against the big guard for the Vols in Vescovy. Sears now working against Ziegler. Driving to his right. Got bumped. Kicks it in the corner. Diabate 3. Missed it. Rebound weak side initially by Pringle. Couldn't hang on to it though. Here comes James for Tennessee. James front court. Kicks it in the corner. Back they go to Ziegler. Working outside to James. Driving. Stopping. Looking. Flipping it outside Vescovy. 14 on the shot clock. Vescovy top of the arc at 10. Driving, throwing it into the corner, Ziegler. Fakes a 3, poked away, scramble, ball on the deck, Ziegler giving it off.
Get out there.
3, 2, 1, Meshack missed, rebound tip, fought for. Tennessee shot, no, but a foul is going to be whistled on the Crimson Tide. Wow, what a pace. You'd think first place in the SEC is on the line with just 3 to go. That's what we got, folks. 11:50 left in this slugfest at Coleman Coliseum. Bama 58, Tennessee 51 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Bama 58. Tennessee 51, 11:50 to go in the ball game. Here's an important reminder to Crimson Tide fans. Stay up to date with all recommended vaccinations. Flu season's here. COVID-19 continues, so don't wait. Vaccinate. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM to learn more. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Brian Pasick, Big Al sitting courtside.
Big Al almost sitting in our laps.
The table just moved because when an elephant sits down, it sort of moves things. BP, Bama's ahead on points, but I think this one's going to go 15 rounds.
Yeah, Alabama's in some foul trouble. Grant Nelson with some tough calls in this game has not played nearly the number of minutes that Nate Oats would like him to. He's on the bench with 4 fouls, but thankfully Mark Sears leading the way for Alabama. He's got 14 points, 5 assists. Aaron Estrada, the leading scorer in this game, with 16 on 6 for 11 field goal shooting. He's got 4 assists, 6 rebounds, coming off a triple-double, doing it all again here tonight. But Alabama's got to slow down this Tennessee team. They've got an offensive rebound. Jonas Adu, he'll go to the line, try to cut into this Alabama lead. And Dalton Connect, he's been out, a little bit of foul trouble, not compared to Grant Nelson. He did pick up his third. He's got 11 points, and you look up and say, okay, that's pretty good for a guy that's averaging 26 and coming off a 39-point performance. But he scored more points than Auburn the last 12 minutes of that game single-handedly. He's somebody that can obviously heat up very quickly. No lead is safe with Dalton Connect on the floor. You can say no lead is safe with Alabama when they were down 9 points a couple of times in the first half with pace of play and the offensive weapons that they have. But right now it's a shorthanded Nate Oats with Latrell Reitzel still out with a head injury. We hope we'll see Trelly on Tuesday night in Gainesville, Florida. But you've got Grant Nelson in foul trouble, and Nick Pringle's got 3, several others with 2, but right now it's Grant Nelson, Nick Pringle that you have to worry about from a foul trouble standpoint.
Is the biggest stat of the second half the 6 rebounds for Mo Diabate?
Well, that's why he's in the game, to defend and rebound, and Nate Oats loves the blue-collar mentality, and nobody exemplifies that as much as Mo Diabate, and he is a guy that gets traffic rebounds, tough rebounds, and Nick Pringle's gotten several of those here in this game, and Mo Diabate getting an opportunity and making the most of it with his defense and rebounding, and he's on the Alabama bench right now, but I'm sure we'll see more of Little Mo here in the second half.
To clarify, 3 rebounds in the first half, 3 in the second. The crowd reaction that you heard was the missed free throw by Adu. Jonas Adu, the junior at 6'11", 240, makes the second, so he's hit 3 of 4 in this half. And Alabama's lead is down to 6, 58-52 with 11:47 to go. Here's Rylan Griffin working against Meshack. Gets it front court, will hand it off to Estrada. Estrada working against Vescovy, 2 lefties against each other. Estrada working off the screen, drives down the lane, gets into the paint, kicks it to Pringle, who dropped it, but picked it up, throws it back to Estrada. Estrada driving down the lane, stopping, looking to Pringle, who hands it off to Sears. Catch and shoot 3, too strong. Rebound Stevenson, and a foul's going to be whistled on Tennessee. Great hustle. Jaron Stevenson, another youngin' in there getting it done for Alabama.
Yeah, tough shot because of great defense from Tennessee, and Bama fortunate right there. It was a hustle play. Jaron Stevenson got the rebound, took the contact, but just 1 second left on the shot clock. It'll reset to 20. But it looked like Alabama was going to have an empty possession, and now another shot. They'll reset the clock to 20.
Underneath, it'll be Sears to inbound it with a 7-footer Adu in front of him. Throws it into Pringle. Nick facing the basket, driving left. Gives it off to Sears out high. Shot clock now at 12. Fires the pass to Griffin. Ryland trying to shake free. Steps back 3. Oh, it was halfway down, popped out. Tipped, though, by Stevenson, but into the hands of Vescovy of Tennessee. Ahead now to James. James on the left wing. Back up top, Adu. Over, they'll go. On the drive, Ziegler. Short on the layup attempt. Rebounded by Pringle. Outlet pass to Griffin. Ryland picks it up. Pass deflected. Grabbed out of the air by Estrada. The drive to the lane. Missed it. Rebound. Fought for and knocked away by Tennessee. Here come the Vols the other direction. They get it. Over left side. Driving in. Vescovy lays it in for 2.
Boy, Alabama with some missed opportunities. A 3 by Ryland Griffin 2 possessions ago that went halfway down and out. Good look at the basket from Aaron Estrada. Nick Pringle in great rebounding position, but nothing to show for it the last 2 possessions.
Sears with it on the near wing. Bama up by 4 with 10:23 to go. Sears driving left side, getting down the lane, stepping through a bounce pass, caught underneath, and a lay-in by Pringle in traffic. Great play by Nick, but the Vols run the other way. Vescovy on the far wing, play it off the screen from Adu. Vescovy picks it up, needs help, fires it left side to James. He'll drive into the paint, spins, throws it inside Adu, spinning left, shooting, missing, tip, no. Rebound, Adu lays it up, no. Rebound, Pringle, and Bama. Actually, Griffin nearly lost it, but it was knocked out of bounds by Tennessee. It was Griffin that got the loose ball. after the miss by Adu on a second attempt, but it was knocked out of bounds by Meshack of Tennessee, and Bama will get it back again up by 6.
Well, you got to rebound strong and expect deflections to come and hands, and boy, Rylan Griffin with a tough rebound. Tennessee able to deflect it, but fortunately goes out of bounds in the balls with some full court pressure.
Vescovy will exit. Connect will come in to replace him for the Volunteers. Ziegler, Vescovy with 8. Connect with 11. James also with 8 for the Volunteers, but it's Griffin who brings it front court for Alabama. Griffin working against Connect. Griffin looking left, dribbling right, handing it off to Sears between the circles. 14 on the shot clock. Sears calling for, getting a screen from Pringle. Driving into the lane, got tripped. A whistle and a foul is going to be called on Tennessee. It was a late whistle from KB Burdette, but that is going to be on Meshack, I believe.
Just the 15th foul, so no shots. Both teams getting it done defensively. Volunteers just 1 for their last 13. They have gone to the free throw line bunch in that span, but Alabama getting great looks, but just 1 for their last 8.
Ziegler's first. It was not on Meshack as the inbounds pass is batted right back where it came from, and possession will stay with the Crimson Tide. One more time, they'll try to inbound it. Right on the baseline where a ton of media are packed into this place to watch this game. Inside, or in the three-point area is Sears on the inbounds. Picks up the dribble, gives it off to Estrada left wing. 10 on the shot clock. Estrada against Adu. Tough jumper blocked. Rebound claimed by James, and here comes Tennessee the other way. Ziegler stopping, looking for James. Gives it off right side, Meshack. Meshack looking down low. Stolen by Pringle. He stepped in front of Adu and got the takeaway. Bama ball up by 6. 9:09 to go. Sears driving, dishing. Griffin going downhill. Giving it off in the corner. Estrada. 3. No. Rebound tipped by Pringle. Back to Estrada. Rylan on the drive. The feed. Stevenson missed the dunk but got fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot a pair with 8:57 to play.
Boy, what a hustle by Alabama, getting on the offensive glass once again. Deflections. Bama right now the first to the ball. Beautiful pass inside. I think it was Rylan Griffin. Found an open teammate, and Bama continues to rebound the ball at a high level against a tough Tennessee team. And Jaron Stevenson, the freshman, playing tough. Tried to throw it down, took the contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting a pair, he's 74% from the stripe in conference play. First free throw up. That one rolls off a little short on the attempt. They'll have another one upcoming. Davin Cosby, who had 2 big threes in the first half, will check in, giving Estrada a breather.
Jaron Stevenson having to play extended minutes with Grant Nelson in foul trouble all game long. He's playing tough. Numbers aren't great, but some missed opportunities once again for Alabama, this time at the line.
Couldn't tell from my professional reaction he missed both. Connect with the basketball. Bama up 6, Vols with it. They work it around to Meshack. Gives it back out to James. Around they go to Ziegler. Ziegler working right to the top of the arc. Stopping, stepping back, shooting a contested 3 and hitting it. Wow, what a shot. Zakai Ziegler in the Bama lead is down to 3 with 8.5 to go. Slugfest at Coleman. Sears front court. Mark surveys the floor, gives it off to Pringle. Nix facing the basket from the left wing. Takes the dribble, hands it off to Sears, who got hit. Ball is going to be actually a foul. I thought for a minute Pat Adams was going to turn and point that it was Tennessee ball off of Mark Sears. Thankfully, they whistle it on Tennessee. That'll be their 7th. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Mark Sears.
Yeah, he took a ton of contact. They were trying dribble handoff to Mark Sears. Got blown up by Meshack, but a little too much as Sears got hit close to the head. Went down. He'll come back and chance to extend this lead. Alabama with 2 missed free throws by Jaron Stevenson on the last possession. And Tennessee was 1 for their last 13 before the made 3 from Zakai Ziegler, and that was as tough a shot as Tennessee's had all game. That was well defended by Rylan Griffin, but just a big-time shot by Ziegler.
Sears hits the front end of a 1-and-1. He'll get a second try here. That one hit a lot of iron, but it settled through the net. Good touch gives Alabama a 5-point lead again, 62-57 with 8:16 to go. Ziegler front court for the Volunteers. Hands it off to Connect. Working way out high. Connect throws it inside. Adu fires a pass around to Meshack. He'll drive, gives it back to Adu, who throws it home. That was too easy as the Vols cut it to 3. Inbounds pass goes to Sears again. Now he gives it back to Cosby, the freshman, working against Meshack. Cosby crosses over, goes left, backs it out, throws it over to Pringle. Pringle's pass batted high into the air. Sears battling for it, loose ball. It is going to be picked up by Tennessee. Wow, tough break. Now it's going to be Connect driving in, and did he go on the baseline? No, they call a foul on the Tide. That is going to be on Davin Cosby Jr. Vols will have it when we come back to Tuscaloosa. 7:37 remains in this one. Bama 62, Tennessee 59 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats, that powerful moment connects us all. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Power for a better Alabama.
7:37 to go in the ball game. Bama's up on Tennessee, 62-59. T-Mobile brings 5G to hometowns across the SEC, and T-Mobile is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Brian Pasick. We are courtside at Coleman. BP, Bama's gone a little cold streak. One of the last 10 hadn't scored in a little over 2:30.
Yeah, they've gotten some good looks, and we've seen Rylan Griffin struggle from the three-point line. He's played really well, especially on the defensive end, and that is where his value will be the remainder of this last 7:37. Hopefully, he gets some shots to go down. Rylan's 1 for 6, but gosh, he's had a couple go halfway down and pop out. Alabama with some looks on the inside, but listen, nothing comes easy against these Tennessee Volunteers, one of the best defensive teams in college basketball against the best offensive team in the country in Alabama. And at least in the last few minutes, it's been all Tennessee on that end of the floor. Alabama turning it over a little too much. An errant pass gave it back to the Volunteers with a chance to cut in or tie with the 3. Alabama up 3, but you got some foul trouble. Grant Nelson has played a lot less than we thought he would. Picked up his 3rd foul early in the second half, and then kind of a tough call. He's had a couple tough calls go against him, and it's interesting to see when Nate Oats decides to go with his veteran big man. But defensively, it's about slowing down Dalton Connect. Tennessee has other options, obviously, but Dalton Connect is one of the best scorers in college basketball. He's been the best scorer in college basketball over the last 3 or 4 weeks, averaging 26 a game in league play. Rylan Griffin done a nice job on him. Dalton Connect right now, he's got double figures. He and Zakai Ziegler both with 11. Connect 4 for 11 from the field, 1 for 6 from the three-point line. Zakai Ziegler 4 for 12, 3 for 8 from deep. But as we talked about, Dalton Connect can heat up quickly.
Grant Nelson with 4 fouls, 3 for Nick Pringle, 2 each for Sears, Griffin, and Cosby for Tennessee. 3 fouls for Adu and Connect, and also Josiah Jordan-James and Jemai Meshack.
And Grant Nelson back in this game, 7:37 to play with 4 fouls. Got to balance being aggressive and tough without making any mistakes.
Ball's down 3, inbounding for the baseline. They get it. to the big fella. He misses the three. Connect, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Stevenson, and Bama hurries the other way. Front court, it'll be Estrada. Has it on the left wing. Crosses over, goes baseline. Gets underneath the basket. Needs help. Fires it to Nelson near side. Nelson hands it off. Sears, 12 on the shot clock. Crosses to his right. Stops, backs it out. Pivots, needs help. 7 on the shot clock. To Nelson. He and Sears collide. 4 on the shot clock. Now to Cosby. Runner for 3. No good. Rebound claimed by Tennessee. I just knew Dabo was going to make that. Here comes Meshack. Back to connect. Driving, stopping. Backing it out against Nelson. He'll throw it into the low post. Tripped. Oh, they're going to call Mark for the reach. And Sears just picked up his third.
Alabama's gotten some great looks in this game, but Tennessee able to force a near shot clock violation and a difficult shot that looked like it had a chance a little strong from Davin Cosby, but with the one-footer, kind of a desperation three, ended up with a decent look, just not able to set his feet. But the defense for Tennessee, as good as advertised, Alabama won for their last 11.
A missed front end of 2 shots for Adu. And it remains a 3-point Bama advantage with 6:53 to go. Second attempt up. That one is good. And the lead is down to just 2. 62-60. Alabama leading Tennessee. First place and maybe a title in the SEC on the line. Front court, Estrada playing off the screen. Goes left, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Nelson. They call him for a moving screen. That'll be his 5th. Nate Oats doesn't have time to argue the call. He's going to bring his guys together and huddle up to talk strategy after Nelson has fouled out, playing just 16 minutes, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Let's pause 10 seconds before we say something we shouldn't here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Nelson fouls out with 6:43 to go. Nick Pringle, Jaron Stevenson, Estrada, Cosby, and Sears, the 5 on the floor for the Tide. Leading it 62-60. Tennessee with the basketball. It'll be Ziegler who brings it ahead. Ziegler working against Sears. Hands it off to Connect. Connect on the drive. Stopping. Now driving. Cut off. Flips it back out. Ziegler. 3 for the lead. It's no good. Long rebound comes out to James. Second chance for the Vols. Connect with 15 now on the shot clock. Looking. Driving to his right. Giving it over to Ziegler. 10 on the shot clock. Ziegler directing traffic at 7. Ziegler at 6. Working right at 5. Down the lane. Bounce pass in the corner. 3 from Meshack is good. And Tennessee is back on top. 63-62. 6 minutes to go and a throwaway by Bama. Ziegler now with the basketball. Ziegler for the trailer Adu. Lays it up. Count it. And he's fouled. And Bama lost its poise there for a moment, Brian Pasick, and allowed Tennessee to go from up to up 4, potentially with the and 1 here.
Yeah, mistake by Mark Sears. Threw it ahead, an easy interception, essentially, for Tennessee, going the other way. Made 3, a chance for a 3-point play, and right now Alabama's struggling on both ends of the floor. Quick 8-0 run for Tennessee in the last 2 minutes. Alabama struggling shooting the ball, 1 for its last 11, and you add in the 3 turnovers over the last 2 minutes, and now Tennessee with a chance to extend the lead.
Adu missed it. Rebound fought for. Bama will finally pick it up. We got a stick and killed it. Stevenson claiming it for the Tide and then giving it off to Estrada. Estrada on the wing trying to spin past. Ziegler gets into the paint, gives it over Stevenson. 3, no. Rebound tipped into the air. Fought for, touch last by the Volunteers. Bama ball, 5:40 to go. Credit Rylan Griffin for battling in there to keep it alive, I believe.
Alabama really struggling now from the field. Yes, Tennessee has a lot to do with that, but some good shooters are missing open shots. Alabama 1 for their last 12.
Bama just 9 of 31 from 3. Estrada looking inbound. It does so to Stevenson in the corner. Stevenson to Pringle, gives it off to Griffin. Ryland working against James. Gives it off to Estrada. 3 for the tie. Halfway down and popped out. Another one that ribs out for Alabama. 2 on that possession alone. Here come the Vols up 3 with 5:22 to go. Connect with the basketball. Working against Griffin. Nate Oats says, make some noise, Coleman Coliseum. Connect to Adu. Kicks it to Ziegler. Ziegler in the paint. Ziegler fires it outside. Driving. Meshack back out to Ziegler. Deep 3. Short. Long rebound. Griffin. Let's push it. Griffin front court. Griffin right side against Connect. Griffin off the screen. Griffin down the lane. Gives it off. Pringle lays it up. Oh, he would have had a chance for an and one, but it rolled off the rim, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair with 4:53 remaining in Bama, trailing by 3. They call the foul on Dalton Connect, and that'll be his 4th.
What a play by Aaron Estrada. Was it Aaron or Ryland that drove the ball?
It was Ryland.
Got it inside, and boy, there has been a lid on the basket for Alabama. That looked like it was going to be an easy and one, and now Nick Pringle will have to earn it at the free throw line.
First one up. First one's perfect. You need a bucket, you send Nick Pringle to the free throw line. Second one coming. Shades of Evan Brock and Stanford. Precious memories, how they linger. Pringle, second attempt. Bottom. 1-point game, 65-64. Tennessee with a lead, 4:52 to go, and Bama looking for a stop. Ziegler looking right corner, gives it off. Vescovy picks it up, needs help, fires it outside to Meshack. Meshack working against Estrada. Drives right, got away with a push-off. Into the lane, floater up and good. Wow, they swallowed the whistles right there, as now the lead is at 3 for Tennessee. Here's Estrada working to his right, giving it off, gets it back. Estrada working, looking, stepping back. 3, no. Rebound, Pringle inside, got fouled, and Nick will go back to the stripe again with 4:19 to play.
Great minutes from Nick Pringle, and we've needed every one of them with Grant Nelson on the bench having fouled out. Not the shot that Aaron Estrada typically wants, the step-back contested 3, but Alabama getting on the offensive glass, and another couple opportunities coming for Nick Pringle at the line.
First of 2 upcoming for Pringle. A little strong on that one. It hits the back iron. Adu checks out. Owaka comes in to replace him. Pringle's second try, a deep breath from the senior. Eyes the basket, lets it fly, and gets the friendly roll. The soft touch makes it a 2-point game. 67-65, 4:15 left to go. Again, seats are not being used here at Coleman. Crowd on its feet. Ziegler surveying the floor, dribbles to his right, takes it to the wing, goes baseline, stops, takes it to the elbow, throws it into the low post, gets a return pass on the wing. His 3 is up, it's no good. Rebound tip twice, 3 times. Tennessee salvaged it. A restart to 20. Ziegler again at the timeline. Ziegler working against Sears. Ziegler spinning away from trouble, driving, firing it out. Vescovy fakes a 3, gets into the paint, back out. Ziegler all alone, 3 ball is good. Huge possession in this one with 3:35 to go to give Tennessee a 5-point lead. The second chance bucket, the biggest for the Vols. Here's Estrada the other way. Smart, fellas. Estrada trying to drive. Estrada giving it off to Sears. Mark trying to shake free. Gets into the lane. Got blocked. Shot up. Wouldn't go. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair when we come back to Tuscaloosa. Take a deep breath. Grab some water or whatever you need. 3:18 to play. Tennessee 70. Bama 65 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D. That means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
3 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the ball game, or should I say regulation. Tennessee leads Alabama 70-65. Best move of the game was presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Brian Passig, best move of the game.
Well, Mark Sears, hopefully we're about to see it. And Alabama has really struggled over the last several minutes. Bama won for its last 14, has not made a field goal in 7 minutes. This is the nation's #1 offensive team and going up against one of the best defensive teams, and it has been a defensive battle. Fortunately, Alabama is holding their own defensively. That's going to have to keep up the last 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Tennessee's only shooting 36% from the field, but Alabama at 40%. And it's been Tennessee with more field goal attempts because of Alabama turnovers. Second chance opportunities are a huge offensive rebound kick out to Zakai Ziegler on the last possession. Alabama's defended well, but it's been Tennessee doing a couple of things that they did really well in Knoxville, and that is create turnovers. They're #1 in the SEC in steals and get second chance opportunities. They've been dominant in both of those areas, but Alabama battling shorthanded. Don't have Latrell Reitzel, his best three-point shooter in SEC play, the best three-point shooter in the SEC in its entirety, and Grant Nelson with limited minutes, and he's had some tough calls go against him, fouled out in limited minutes in this game. Other guys have stepped up and played hard and played tough, but it's been Tennessee's defense that has been as good as advertised, and combination of that and Alabama missing some shots that normally they would knock down. Alabama just 2 for 13 from 3 here in the second half. 15% since halftime. Alabama has struggled against this Tennessee defense the last several minutes of this game.
Coming out of the timeout, Rylan Griffin is joined on the floor by Mark Sears, Nick Pringle, Jaron Stevenson, and Aaron Estrada. Grant Nelson relegated to giving words of encouragement to teammates as they head to the floor. As Brian told you, he's fouled out. Josiah Jordan-James, along with Awaka, Meshack, Vescovy, and Ziegler are the 5 for Tennessee. Mark Sears with 2 huge free throws for Bama with 3:18 to play. Tide trailing at 70-65. First one's up, first one's perfect.
Not only is Grant Nelson fouled out, he's only played 16 minutes in this game, so not like he got his normal about a minute in and fouled out late. He barely played in this game from what we're used to seeing.
2 big free throws for Mark Sears. A one-possession game again, but Tennessee's got the ball up 3. 3:10 to go. James on the near wing working against Stevenson. Gives it off to Ziegler. Vescovy. Now to Ziegler all alone. 3 balls short. Rebound fought for. Tip claimed by Griffin. Rylan gives it off to Sears. And Bama will push it the other way. A 3 would tie it. Sears on the drive. Going down the lane. To the rack. Missed it. Rebound Pringle, no. Rebound put back, no. But he is fouled. And Nick Pringle will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Boy, that is one that Mark Sears makes close to 100% of the time. Fairly well defended, but was able to get to his left side, and the shot blocker didn't come. But Nick Pringle continues to battle, and a chance to cut into this 3-point Tennessee lead.
Vescovy just got called for his 4th. If they had called what they should have in the backcourt, that would have been his 5th, but I digress. It's Nick Pringle going to the stripe, shooting a big first of 2 right here. 2:48 remains. Come on, Nick. A deep breath from the senior. A couple of dribbles. Eyes the basket, lets it fly, and hits it perfectly.
And we need these free throws because Alabama has not made a field goal in this game in 7.5 minutes. Bama 0 for its last 7, 1 for its last 15. Tennessee's defense is terrific, but Alabama with some missed opportunities that they normally knock down.
Stevenson sits down. Mo Diabate, who's got 6 rebounds in this game, comes in to replace him. Pringle trying to make it a 1-point game. Second free throw attempt upcoming. It's up. Hallelujah, it's good. We got a 1-point contest with 2:48 to go. One time, Bama, let's get a stop. Ziegler front court. Ziegler looking right, feeds it off. Down low, they'll give it off to Connect. Connect working against Diabate. Connect backing his way down in the paint. Fall away shot is good. It rattled in. And a couple of expletives from the classy young man towards the Bama sideline. Griffin 3, no good. Rebound, Diabate, and he gets tripped and fouled. And that will stop the clock with 2:20 to go. Bama down 3 and 2:20 remaining, and Josiah Jordan-James just picked up his 4th.
Great hustle by Mo Diabate. Was matched up and in the game for defense against Dalton Connect. And listen, he played him great on that last possession, but Connect at 6'6" with that long wingspan and ability to rise up, knock down a tough shot. It's why he's considered to be one of the best players in college basketball. A big mid-range shot for Connect on the other end, and now big free throws coming up for Mo Diabate.
13 for Connect, 1 of 7 from 3. Diabate's first is up. That one's perfect. The lefty makes it a 2-point game again with 2:20 remaining. Griffin, Pringle, Diabate, Estrada, and Sears, the 5 out there for Alabama. Mo spins the basketball. Eyes the basket, shoots it, and he's short. Rebound claimed by Tennessee. It was Adu who got it, and here come the balls the other way. Front court with it, Ziegler with 2:10 to go. Ziegler takes it to the right wing. Connect's calling for it. Griffin's trying to keep it out of his hands, but can't. Connect's got it in the corner. He's double-teamed around to Meshack in the corner. James for 3 is good. They got it in the corner, and Josiah Jordan-James is able to knock it down and make it a 5-point lead with 1:52 to go. Bama can't afford to waste a possession. Griffin 3 from deep, too strong, tipped out though, and into the hands of Sears, and then he just lost it out of bounds. He took his eye off the ball after Pringle had kept it alive, and Mark couldn't hang on to it. Oh, what a deflating turn of events right there.
Josiah Jordan-James was wide open in the corner because Bama came with a double team, and understandably so, against Dalton Connect, who takes over in these situations, want to make somebody else beat you, and Josiah Jordan-James with a huge 3.
Connect again with it on the baseline. Griffin defending him. Connect, fall away jumper, way short. Batted around, picked up by Estrada. Come on, fellas. 90 seconds to go, down 5. Trying to win a ring. Estrada in the lane. Estrada underneath. Lost it, no. Flipped it over to Sears. Sears calling for a screen. Drives into the lane, to the rim. Left-handed, off the glass and in. Sears makes it a 1-possession game again with 1:10 to go. 75-72 Volunteers on top.
Got to have a stop. Bama's first bucket in almost 9 minutes.
One of its last 10 from the field. Ziegler giving it off. Connect on the wing. Once again, Griffin trying to stop him. Connect backing his way down, fires a pass in the corner. Around they go. Ziegler, a deep three. That one rims out. Rebounded Pringle to Estrada. Bama ball, 42 seconds to go. Down by 3. Estrada looking. Sears for the tie. It was blocked. Ball into the hands of Connect, and Tennessee's got it. We're going to have to foul. 5-second differential, shot clock and game clock, and Griffin tried to draw a charge but committed the foul on Zakai Ziegler, one of their top free throw shooters. Mercy, mercy, mercy.
Had the ball in the hands of the guy you want, but there have not been many open shots from 3 here in the second half. Alabama from deep, 2 for 16 since halftime. They've missed some open ones. That one was well defended. Tennessee defense taking over. Still enough time. Even if he makes his free throws, Alabama's going to go quick.
Ziegler, a huge 1-and-1. He's a great shooter, and he looked like it there as he knocks it home. 15 points from Ziegler, his first free throw attempt of the ball game. Overall, Ziegler, a 71% free throw shooter. He hits them both. Timeout, Rick Barnes. Or did he? I don't guess he did want the timeout. They blew the whistle as if it's a timeout. Not sure why they did. Now Tennessee can set up some pressure with 29 seconds to go up 5 and force Alabama to really work to get it up the floor. They get it into Estrada. We're going to have to hurry. Estrada working left side. Estrada to Sears for 3. No good. Rebounded by Adu. Tennessee is fouled. They'll go to the line, and with 17 seconds remaining, it looks like the Volunteers are maybe 2 free throws away from icing this one.
Tennessee able to step up in a big way on the defensive end, and that is what they're known for. Tennessee and Houston, 2 of the best defensive teams in the country. Alabama shorthanded without Latrell Wrightsville and Grant Nelson. Some other guys not have their normal shooting night. This is a great Alabama offense, but it has struggled against this Volunteer defense all night long, but especially here in the second half.
Adu had that one touch every bit of iron, and then it settled through the net, and the lead is at 6, the biggest they've had in the second half. Bama led by as many as 7 early in the second half, but Tennessee leading when it matters most. Free throw up, free throw good. The Volunteers now 19 of 25. Alabama also 19 of 25 from the free throw line. Estrada to Sears. Trying to get free, gets underneath. Reverse layup is good with 7.5 seconds to go. Timeout, Nate Oats. 5-point Tennessee lead with 7.5 seconds remaining. It becomes a media timeout, and we'll take it with them. A break in the action with Bama down 5 and only 7.5 seconds remaining on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey folks, Bob Baumhauer here. We're extremely proud that Baumhauer's Victory Grill has been serving Alabama for 43 legendary years. Our motto is legendary fun, legendary food, and we strive to make every dining experience a special one for all of our guests. Our menu features delicious, always fresh and scratch-made in-house recipes. And of course, our award-winning wings and sauces. And don't forget, our happy hour and halftime daily specials cannot be beat. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Hi, I'm Nick Pringle.
And I'm Loyal McQueen.
Winter is a time for excitement of Crimson Tide basketball, but it is also when viruses that cause respiratory diseases are more rapid into our community.
Vaccination is important for everyone, and especially for those who are at higher risk of developing complications, including older Americans and those with medical conditions.
Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. So don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/immunization today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
It's been a great college basketball game, and it's brought to you by PNC Bank, Alabama and Tennessee. Let's see how we can make a difference for you at PNC.com. Bama's down 5, 79-74. And be sure and stay tuned after the game for the Regions postgame show with Bama coach Nate Oats. And don't forget, you can get your University of Alabama Visa check card from Regions. Visit Regions.com/GoBama to order yours today. BP, Tennessee turned up the gas on the defensive end. It's going to take a miracle.
Yeah, they were as good as advertised, even better on the defensive end. And Alabama not able to get going offensively, especially the last 10 minutes of this game. And Grant Nelson played limited minutes. Latrell Wrightsville not available. But listen, this Alabama team has enough firepower, but Tennessee too good on the defensive end. And Bama goes through a stretch where just I think 2 made field goals in about 11 or 12 minute span. That just doesn't happen to this Alabama team. But Tennessee so impressive on the defensive end. And listen, Alabama stepped up defensively in this game. I mean, the Volunteers just 36% from the field. Typically, if Alabama holds an opponent to 36%, they're going to win the game. But Bama only 38% more field goal attempts, more threes, and more free throws for the Volunteers. And a couple of areas that we thought would hurt or could hurt Alabama, and they did hurt Bama in both games, and that is turnovers leading to points off of those miscues for Alabama in offensive rebound, second chance points. Both of those went the way of the Volunteers. Not as big a difference as we saw in Knoxville, but they won those 2 areas, and a big reason why it looks like they're going to win this game.
James will inbound it, and they get it into Ziegler, who's immediately fouled with 7.2 to go. And he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. 4 fouls now on Mark Sears. Sam Walters and Davin Cosby are set to check in for the Tide after the first of 2 from Ziegler. 2 3-point specialists for Alabama. Desperately needs them, and a miracle at this point. 2 for Ziegler. First one's up, and no good. A little short on the attempt. Diabate and Wagee out. Cosby and Walters in.
One shot, man.
Ziegler's second try is up. That one's no good. Long rebound, though, tipped out. Ziegler runs it down and is immediately fouled.
Tennessee's had so many of those in this game, and listen, you got to give Josiah James credit for didn't have position, just tapped it out to his man, and Tennessee had a chance to extend the lead, and looks like they're going to win this one. Tough one for Alabama against a really good Tennessee team, and you can see why. A lot of people think they're a Final Four caliber team. I think Alabama can be once they get healthy and they continue to play the way they did defensively in this one.
Ziegler hit them both. 5.4 seconds to go. The lead is at 7. Here's Sears front court, giving it off to Griffin. And final shot will not be attempted, and Tennessee wins it. Volunteers with the victory get an 81-74 victory over Alabama. 81-74 your final. The Volunteers improved their season mark to 23-6, 13-3 overall. Bama slides into second place with South Carolina currently at 12-4, now 20-9 overall on the year. Postgame comes your way in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Yellowhammer Brewing is proud to sponsor the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yellowhammer Brewing has been crafting fine beers for the state of Alabama for 12 years running. Their beers include a variety of classic styles, including their latest release, Yellowhammer Gold, a light, easy-drinking American lager. These guys are local and doing great things for their community. You can find their beers at grocery stores, restaurants, and craft beer shops throughout the state. Check them out at yellowhammerbrewing.com. Make your next pint of Yellowhammer and roll Tide.
When you're planning your next visit to Tuscaloosa, explore the upscale options available at the new AC Hotel by Marriott. Conveniently located in the heart of downtown Tuscaloosa, surrounding yourself in luxury and comfort in a spacious room with complimentary Wi-Fi, a smart TV, premium toiletries, and a plush bed, while the rooftop bar and lounge provides the best place in town to wind down after cheering the Crimson Tide to victory. AC Hotel Tuscaloosa Downtown is proud to be a preferred hotel partner of the University of Alabama Athletics.
Hi, I'm Jay Howard, an employee at BASF in Alabama. As a supervisor, I love working with a company who wins by offering great benefits to its team members. With great chemistry, anything is possible. At BASF, we create chemistry around the world through our people and our products. To join a winning team and a great place to work, visit BASF.US/Alabama. That's BASF.US/Alabama. BASF, we create chemistry.
Convenience is the name of the game at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University. Located on Veterans Memorial Parkway, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University offers just the right amenities for a relaxing getaway or a productive business trip. The University of Alabama, Bryant-Denny Stadium, Coleman Coliseum, and the Bryant Conference Center are within 2 miles, making any visit to the Capstone convenient. Whatever you're visiting Tuscaloosa for, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Tuscaloosa University is the perfect hotel destination and a proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide.
Hi, I'm Nick Pringle.
And I'm Loyal McQueen.
Winter is a time for excitement of Crimson Tide basketball, but it is also when viruses that cause respiratory diseases are more rapid into our community.
Vaccination is important for everyone, and especially for those who are at higher risk of developing complications, including older Americans and those with medical conditions.
Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. So don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/immunization today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
Alabama fans, college basketball is back. So grab a cold